Hello, and welcome to the Mocha Minutes podcast. I'm Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. You can find the Mocha Minutes podcast on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Play, TuneIn, Castbox, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Find us on any of those platforms or wherever else you catch your podcast. Also, still soliciting for ratings and reviews. If you would be so inclined, please leave us some 5 stars. Leave us some reviews. Would greatly appreciate it. Also, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Mocha Minutes on all 3 of those platforms. If you want to shoot me an email, give me some feedback. Other than on those 3 places, you can email me at mochaminutes@gmail.com. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just wanted to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in the increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. Party at the beach down in Copacabana, sipping kettlefish with my black yoga pants on. Me and Brittany, we've been down in Atlanta, sweating in the club, call me Dirty Diana. Flexing like a yogi, drop it down with your hands up. Do a handstand, bend it back, put your legs up. I ain't got no worries, I'm my own private dancer. My own private dancer. Hello, and welcome to the Mocha Minutes podcast. This is Stephanie. That was Janelle Monáe Yoga. If you don't put it on your titles, your Spotify's, your Apple Music, please give this woman her flowers. She is my pansexual angel. Hello, Pride Month. Hello, Black Music Month. Okay? Y'all give Janelle Monáe her flowers.
Okay,
just saying.
I just want to say this before you introduce me, right? All right. So I am notorious for interrupted intros, but I just want to say I sing the cleanest backup for you just did, but I was muted. Because like sometimes when you record it don't quite line up on the record. So I didn't want to unmute, but I sang. Like I put it on there. I hit the high part of the dance side, like the harmony part. Like I hit that. Like I hit that. I do that sometimes. I got you. You ain't know.
I appreciate it. I need some muses. I need some peoples. I need an Effie. I'm sorry. I'm a musical junkie. I'm a music junkie. So the voice that y'all are hearing, let me just give a background. I have been talking about this for years. I really have. And the person that probably will know it best is Rashani from the Single Simulcast. Because I'm like, I got to get Scar on the show. A few weeks ago, I was talking to Rashani. I'm like, that's it. I got to message Scar. I'm going to do it before I forget. And so finally, in my mind. Finally, I have. If you used to listen to the Dream Team like I did, if you listen to Return to Oswald, which is the podcast that is discussing literally one of the best shows on HBO, Oz, which was like the pipeline from Oz to Law and Order SVU. Literally, you can look like
and the Wire,
and also Homicide: Life on the Street.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all all go to the same thing?
The Corner to the Wire.
Yeah,
a lot of them went there first, and then went over there.
Yes, it's like I'm like, do y'all just keep? What is this theater? It's like y'all just keep recycling all the new people. So if you also listen to Scarcasm, you listen to Now Single Serving, you know this voice. He said that he would not be as big of a fool on my show that he is. I'm a whole fool, according to Quinn from Know That Pod. So I'm very excited to not be the only whole fool on this podcast. So I have Scar.
Okay, so are we going whole fool?
I feel like I can't even go half.
Because there's some things that we need to discuss.
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
So I've been doing my homework.
Oh, shit.
And let me tell you something. My man with the surgery and his wife wanted to go to the wedding. She dead ass wrong. You ain't make no vows to your best damn friend. You made vows.
I believe you just went back to that.
You made vows to me. And I'm having surgery. I might be terrified. And I don't know how this is going. I need my person.
Wait a minute. Siri, play I Need Love by LL when I'm alone in my room.
You are my person. Your girl had her wedding. It was supposed to be on another day, but it got rescheduled to the day of my surgery. And you said I'm going there. You ain't make no vows to that.
I could not wait till Cook listens to this. She's like, what? I'm like, girl. He was like, so first thing, I was like, wait, what?
No, you ain't make no vows to her. And I get it. He said that she's been his caretaker and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, your friend's wedding is not more important than my lung surgery. I'm getting surgery on my lungs. Like, I can't breathe. What is we talking about? I might not be able.
Well, you heard when we were discussing it. We were sitting here like, this is a lot, because we were sitting here like, it's a lot of nuance, and we're like.
No, if you decide that your friend's wedding and say, well, this might be the only time that she gets married, like this might be the only time that I'm alive. What is we talking about? I might not come out of this.
Well, can I just say, this is what happens when you work certain places. You're like, is it emergent? It's like, is it an emergent surgery?
I swear, the moment she makes that decision, my wardrobe completely changes to I can't breathe shirts until she goes.
And I'm like, and I would look at you like, ooh, that's cute. Where you get that shirt from? Teespring? We are fools. See, already. It hasn't even been that goddamn long, y'all. We already fools.
No, she was dead ass wrong for talking about something. My best friend is more important than my husband's lung surgery.
No, it's like that woman's been waiting you.
And I get it. And I get the other side of it, like, maybe my mama and them and all that kind of stuff. But but look, if I call my mama and them, my mama is gonna show up, and the first thing she's gonna say is, where that heifer?
See, and that's the thing. It's probably because I'm looking at it from the other way. Because my mother would be like, yeah, I don't care if he's there. I am going to be there. So she wouldn't even care if it was like me. She's like, well, I'm gonna be there. So
my stepmom is reckless with her mouth sometimes. Really? Especially when you're not around. She is so reckless. I went to a thing for grandma on Saturday. And so let me tell you about what happened on Saturday. So my mama decided she gonna go smoke her Newport. So she went and she sat in the car. And she decided that's where she was going to stay, because when she was away from everybody sitting in the car, she could say what she wanted to say, and ain't nobody got to worry about getting their feelings hurt.
That part.
But and then, like, okay, so my brother's baby mama, my brother, rest in peace, his baby mama, she don't know no better. She kept saying, "Oh, is that so and so?" And then
so and so,
yeah, just like because it was people there that I hadn't seen in years.
Oh, okay.
Because it was grandma's birthday party. You know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. All these cousins, like, I forgot you was my cousin.
Yeah, parties. Exactly. And okay. This my step family.
Okay.
It's my step family.
Okay.
But like, so she kept saying, "Oh, is that so and so?" And then, but she doesn't know that there's I ain't the one to gossip. So you ain't heard that from me part of the situation, because she always had something to say, and it was just like I was like. I started calling her so much. It sounded like I was barking, because her name is Ruth. I was like, "Ruth, stop that. You keep getting her." Like, it sounded like I was barking. Ruth.
She'd be like, "What? What'd I say? What'd I say?"
And then she was, and my stepmama is the type that'd be like, "Am I lying?"
See, and that's always the one you go, "Well, we're not talking about you lying. We talking about being appropriate. We ain't say no lies was told. We just said stop talking."
It was bad, and it was bad. And
it's always that one is like, "But I mean, did I lie though?" No, we're not talking about lies. We're talking about appropriateness.
And I live an hour away from all of them now.
Oh Lord,
and I'm the only one up here. So like when I'm there. Like, I don't get this anymore, because I'm not usually around everybody, because I live an hour away. So we sitting there, and she is reckless. So the first thing my mama would say when she showed up to that hospital for my lung surgery, "I can't breathe," is Michael, where the heifer?
Where the heifer, child?
Where the heifer?
Where the heifer, child? Child, I don't know. It was like that, and that's probably fair, because we were sitting here like, it's so much.
I wouldn't say I was in the car triggered, but I did realize.
But clearly,
I did realize that I was gripping the wheel a little bit too hard.
Like, what you mean? I could die. It's like, but did you die?
That part don't matter.
It doesn't. I'm done. It's all jokes, but it's like the thing, because I was sitting here like, wait, I was like, is it a virgin though? I'm like, that's the thing. It's like, I need more information. I need to know what surgery.
I'm sorry.
After you're not saying what kind of surgery.
It's lung surgery. Anything that got something to do with my lungs impacts my ability to breathe. Ability to breathe. Anything that got anything to do with my lungs affects.
That's why I was like, what surgery? Because one, if you see, the thing about it is how long he's been with this lung problem. This wasn't like 2 weeks, and then I was like, "We're getting surgery." Yes, it does.
My surgery was already scheduled. She changed her day. That ain't got nothing to do with me.
And that's fair. What I'm saying is, like, this lung issue that you've been having for years.
So,
and see, don't talk to me about I'm about to die. I'm like, but did you die? Did you die last year? Did you die 3 months ago? Did you die 6 months ago? I'm like, I was like, y'all gonna have to figure this out.
And look, the fact that I'm not dead might have something to do with the fact that of the really good care that you give me, because your support makes me want to live. And then you decided that you ain't want to support me when they.
But the thing about it is, Scar, they had, according to him, and we're not talking to her, we're talking to him. He said they had the conversation, and she suggested other people. No, nobody else. And it was like,
because you my person.
Child, what? Hold up, Scar. Hold on. She the only person that could take her. That woman could drop dead. She could get hit by a car. Then,
but you my person.
But 3 days before his surgery, what's she supposed to do? Come back from the dead? Like, I gotta be there. Hold your hand, son.
Girl, I better see your ghost. Like, I'm serious.
Shut up, y'all. Please stop listening to Scar. This is Scar. This is how he is.
You are my person.
This is how he is.
You are my person.
This is how he is, y'all. This is how he was on Dream Team. This is how he is on Single Servant.
They said to death do us part. But that's when both of us die. Until both of us die, we don't part. I need you to haunt me.
See,
you need to haunt me. I need
not. Shut up. See, you know you're a fool. Haunt me. It's like, let me tell you something. I would haunt you to the point of putting you in 4 padded walls. I'm like, no. I'm gonna definitely haunt your ass. That you got to be.
Here's the thing about me. Here's the thing about me. I'm not gonna go crazy because I already ain't got no shame. So like, if I'm talking to, I'm just talking to a ghost. Like, it's just gonna have to
be like, wait, who are you talking to? The ghost. Why are you talking to a ghost? Because they talking to me. Like, Mama, I want to be rude. Mama, I'm talking to that heifer. What? First of all, tell her come in the fucking kitchen. Listen here, bitch. Come in here. I need to talk to you.
I cook. She better wash these dishes.
This is how this is going to go today, y'all. This is how this is going to go.
At the very least, her ass should offer to help. We don't want her help, but she needs to offer.
You know what? I'm done. You know what? You know what? Scar, welcome to the show. This is how this is. Y'all, if y'all listen to the Dream Team, if y'all been listening to it, you know this is how this is going to go. You need to listen to Single Serving and Return to Oswald because it's just, whole fool.
I'm going to tell you my old name when I used to do guest spots a lot. It used to be my subtitle used to be the Derail Lord himself. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing. The Derail Lord himself.
Not
Scarfinger.
I can't do this with y'all. So, Scar, this is your first time here. Please, you know what? I'm not going to ask you about the podcast. Tell everybody else about you. No, I'm kidding. Please, the floor is yours. Please tell everybody about your shows, plural, y'all, because he has shows. He also has a business. There's a lot going on. So, Scar, the floor is yours.
I am a veteran podcaster. I love being under the radar. I don't want to be big time. Y'all can have that. I've been podcasting since 2009. And mostly with my personal show, which is Scarcasm, which we just talk about like the kind of the media and stuff that we're consuming, mostly focused on video games, and we talk a little bit about our lives. I talk about, and I talk about some of my struggles with like depression and stuff like that. And a couple of episodes back, I had an issue where I was intentionally harming myself, and I let them know at the beginning of the show that, hey, I'm having a bad mental day, so I'm just gonna Robin Williams this thing up, and y'all not gonna notice after I say this. But like, just being honest and being open with the listeners is great. I do, like I said, Return to Oswald with Rashani, where we talk about Oz, the greatest show that features the penises of people that from other things. And it's so weird because like you see them in something else and you're like, oh, I've seen your dick. I mean, I'm a dude. I'm a straight dude. So like, it's
believe me, I'm telling everybody, I've seen Chris Maloney butt ass naked. They're like, really? How? You don't watch Oz and that
right. And it's a little weird sometimes, but we get through it because that's what we do. We do it for the culture.
We get through it.
And then we just recently started a show called the Single Serving Podcast, where we do a completely different type of show every week. For an hour or less. And I mean, I wanted to call it the Booty Podcast, bitch, you tried it. But I mean, apparently, I mean, like,
what do you mean apparently?
I mean, I thought it was funny, but apparently, none of these streaming services think that it's that funny. So it's the email. It's the email though. BUTI podcast at Gmail, I think. And on a personal level, I am a fluid artist. I do fluid paintings. I've done this for a few years. I kind of got out of it for a while, but I have a YouTube channel where I do all of that kind of stuff. I am a baker. My cookies are legendary, but I don't don't really like baking as much, but everyone keeps asking me for cookies, so I guess I got to make some, especially for my nephew's graduation.
So you bake, but you don't really like to bake?
I baked when I lost my job. I baked to survive. Okay. And then once I got a job, I'm just like, well, I guess I ain't got to do this no more. And it was like, no, where the cookies at, dog? So I do it when, like someone close to me asks, basically. Okay. And so, but I used to have a Facebook page for the cookies, and I still get like between 30 and 60 likes a week on that Facebook page. And it says permanently closed, and no one cares. I still get likes on that page. Wow. And I make, I'm also a chandler. I make candles. That's something that I just picked up in the last year. I started around September-ish. Okay. Just my sisters sold ornate warmers for wax melts. Okay. And I was just kind of like, oh, I could do that. So I was like,
so you started doing it.
You sell the warmers, I'll make the wax melts. So I made a bunch of wax melts and all that kind of stuff. It's like, I really like doing this. So I started researching how to do candles, and I really enjoy it. It doesn't take nearly as much time as any of my other endeavors. Because,
So are you doing soy, or your candles soy?
My candles are parasoy. I don't make soy candles because, there's a myth that paraffin candles are bad for you. But like, if you buy Yankee candles, those are pretty much all paraffin. If you think that there's soy in there, they lying. Right. But I use parasoy. I use a combination between paraffin and soy because I want you to smell it. Like, that's a big problem with making soy only candles, is getting you smell it. And like, you need to make the candles, and you need to let them sit for 2 weeks before you light them so that they can cure time and all of this other dumb stuff. No, I use parasoy and I want you to be able to smell these things, and I want them to work for you. I use wooden wicks.
And I love the crackling of a wooden wick.
Oh yeah, I'm hearing my crackling right now because I got one of my candles lit right now. And you can find all of that at the company is called, when I was doing my fluid art, it was called Peace Through Colors Arts and Crafts. So I just kept that. So it's ptcachandcrafted.com, and you can buy some candles, wax melts, buy some warmers, whatever you need. I got you. And if you're listening to this, let me tell you, I just put out a new coupon code, and it's called Summertime 25. Now, let me tell you about this. You get 25% off everything. But here's the good thing about it. You get a better discount than if I put it on my social media, because they only get in the Summertime 20. Ooh. Come on, get that extra 5. I'll let your boy. But no, other than that, man, I'm just, I'm really happy to be here. Black fathers doing their thing. Yes. Even though my daughter gets on my nerves.
You know what? I can't with you. Okay, because I'm already on your page. What? So is a cotton wick the typical wick that candles use?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I was like, I've never seen it like.
Yeah.
Characterized with this. This is very exciting, y'all. I am using this code because I'm a coupon code bitch. Okay, give me a code, and I'm like, all right, I'm in.
I got some new stuff that I need to put on the website, so you might want to hold off for a few hours after this is done.
Okay, not a problem. Summertime. It's summertime 25. Got it.
Summertime 25. But like, I'm a Black father. My child lives 4 hours away, which makes life difficult. But and I say my daughter gets on my nerves, but the real reason why she gets on my nerves is because we have a very similar personality. And so like when you're getting annoyed, when you're getting annoyed by someone who is just like you, is like being annoyed with yourself.
I am so obnoxious.
It's the worst feeling ever. It's just like, it's like I'm being annoyed by me. And that's not a good feeling. I don't want to be annoyed by me. I love me.
I love me.
I don't want to not like me, but this little thing right here making me not feel that way about me right now. But yeah, my daughter's 13, and
Ooh, that's a fun age, buddy.
I don't love it. I don't love it. There's things that I love about it. I love that she's her own person. I just wish that she was a nicer person.
She'll be nice by 19.
I don't know if I can wait that long because like, whew, whew.
As a reformed ass teenage asshole, 19, 20, 23, something like that.
Yeah, but I'm a different type of dad. I try to be, and I try to be different for the sake of how I felt about my dad. I didn't know very much about my dad. I never was in he never really talked about his life very much until towards the end of his life.
Mm-hmm.
So like I never got like the idea, the way that he thinks, the way,
Okay.
But like I got a little bit of it because he's a Virgo and I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo raised by a Virgo.
Oh, sweet Christmas.
So like I understood that, but I didn't understand that much about him. Like I understood like a little bit of his personality and stuff like that. So like so when I talk to my daughter, I talk to her in a way that not only does she understands what I'm saying, but like why I think this way. And
you're parenting with emotion.
Yes, and because I've been through a lot of therapy, and
Child.
I've been through a lot of therapy, and my therapist, who I love, by the way, she says I don't like to feel, and so, but like I try to be open and honest with my child because if anyone should understand how I feel, it should be her. Because one of these days I'm not going to be here, and I want her to, if she gets in a situation, she'll understand what dad would say here and why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that also comes with some things that like are kind of uncomfortable. Like when I tell her that, I didn't really want her.
That's crucial conversations, but difficult.
Yeah, because like, technically my daughter would have been child number 4. We lost 3. So after the last one, I didn't really want to try again because I didn't want to get my heart broken again.
Oh.
But on the other hand, I wanted the sex. So bye,
Scar. Bye. We having this nice moment and here you go.
But so like on the other hand, like I'm like, well, she was like, well, I want to try, so let's do the thing. And I'm like, well, I'm down to do the thing. So
why would I turn down sex? Like who's doing that?
Exactly. And so it was very difficult. And I was a very terrible father in the beginning. Like it was horrible. Like there's things that I know that like no parent should know. Like the Moonwalker DVD automatically restarts itself.
Do you know it's wild that you're bringing up Moonwalker because I was in a clubhouse room and we were talking about Moonwalker and people are like, what is Moonwalker? Mm-hmm. I'm like, how the fuck did I get to this age where I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I mean, we're like, I'm like, I don't even know how many years removed we are from actually having Michael on this planet. But the fact that it's Michael, like,
they ain't never seen Michael.
They were like, what's Moonwalker? They're like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, what?
They ain't seen Michael turn into a cartoon bunny.
Bunny? Come on.
For the speed.
Y'all didn't even see the extended Smooth Criminal? Girl. I was like, I can't even explain to y'all what Moonwalker is.
With the part where the lights go out and the weird orgasm part. They didn't even see that. They didn't
see Joe Pesci. Like, it's so much going on.
They didn't even see the weird orgasm part. That's so messed up.
I was like, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm like, it's Michael Jackson. That's it. Just watch it. And they're like, what is that?
They didn't even see Michael Jackson do Come Together at the end. Where he did the Beatles. Like he did the Beatles. And he did it better than the Beatles. Let's be honest.
You're gonna leave poor Paul McCartney.
I am not a Beatles fan. I'm not a Beatles fan. I don't understand it. Like white people love the Beatles. And I'm just like, I understand the importance of the Beatles, but I ain't grow up with no Beatles. I grew up.
I still remember the Titans, like when they're dancing, like, who do they think they are? The Beatles? I'm like, the what now?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Please show me a choreographed dance that the Beatles has done. Because I was like, see, that's when I know y'all white. Because who the fuck they think they are? The Beatles? When did the Beatles start dancing? Because I feel like I've never seen them dance.
All they do is play instruments, swinging back and forth.
Right. I'm like, what the fuck? Girl, we are okay. So Scar brought up an old Am I the Asshole, but we still gonna play Am I the Asshole with Scar because I got this one.
I read this one. Right. I generally fly. Now, if you've ever listened to me on a podcast, you know I don't do show notes. I know nothing of the show. I know nothing of any show that I'm going to be on. and I just do this. But I did actually read this. And yeah, let's do it.
So before we play Am I the Asshole, I got to give out some roses.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to give out to several people. So the first bunch of people I have to give it out to. I'm sorry, these women just touched my heart. So I spend a lot of time in clubhouse rooms. I've met a lot of podcasters. I want to give my flowers to a woman by the name of Yvette. She has an IG page called Brava Latinas, and she is extremely knowledgeable about everything she talks about. And I am so glad I got to be on a panel talking about silence when it comes to discrimination and bigotry on Bravo. And I remember the person who was doing a moderator, they're like, who do you think we should add? I'm like, I think you should add Bravo Latinas because she be knowing what she's talking about. And she did not disappoint. And I just love when she's in the room. I like hearing her talk because when we talk about discrimination and racism and xenophobia and everything, I'm like, oh, baby, everybody's shit is different. And I can almost guarantee y'all that. So it's like, I don't like playing Oppression Olympics. I'm like, oh, baby, I can't do this because it's different.
Right.
You will not see me mouthing off to no indigenous person in this country, like ever in life. I'm sorry. I would pluck off my toenails and walk in high heel shoes. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this for anybody's oppression because, baby, no, I can't do comparison this fucking whack. So, Yvette, please give her flowers because I just adore her. And that's on period. I also want to give out some flowers to, I don't know if you ever remember the show, I don't know how much Bravo you watched, but there was a show called Camp Getaway.
I do not watch any reality TV of any kind.
And that's the thing. It's like, I wish that Bravo had this show out, but they don't, because y'all would miss a person by the name of Dr. Monica. I just adore her. And I just want to give her flowers because, one, she's very well-rounded and nuanced and someone who can be magnanimous, but also it's like, yeah, hi. So I'm going to tell you how the fuck I feel, and you're going to listen. I like her. So it's like, I like her. I have a beautiful Black woman who knows about books because you know how they like niggas don't read.
Right.
And homegirl always has a book suggestion. Her name is Victoria. And it's like, she always has a book suggestion. Every time I ask for one, she's like, any genre you're looking for. She'd be like, oh, I definitely have a book recommendation. I'm like, thank you. A smart Black woman who reads books and can back her shit up. I'm like, see, I like smart Black women. I just do. I just absolutely do. I'm like, you will always hear me throw up anything for a smart Black woman. So there's that. And yeah, and our last one is going to go to Diamond Styles, host of Marsha's Plate. And also to Mia from Marsha's Plate. I love Z. Y'all know I love him because, you know, he be thirst trapping on the damn internet. I'm like, sir, if you don't leave us alone, I'm going to tell Mia, but she probably is filming you, so that's fine. But yeah, I got to give it up to the ladies from Marsha's Plate and the ladies from box number 512. These are all my lady friends. And it's like, these are my trans lady friends. I'm like, I just call them lady friends. But sometimes like, what you mean? I'm like, they're trans. They're still women. They're still my lady friends. That's it. That's the tweet. Because it's a lot of emotional labor trying to educate people, especially because it's June and it's Pride, and now everyone's like, please educate me. I'm like, please fucking Google.
Exactly. You got a Google machine right there in your hand.
It's that's like literally a phone, a computer.
I tell my daughter all the time, there's a Google machine right in your hand.
A whole machine.
A whole machine.
It's not just for playing games like I do on my tablet. My tablet is for games. It has the internet on. I can be doing other stuff, but my phone is for the Google machine.
And for my daughter, it is not for K-pop. It is for the Google. And yes, I say the Google.
I say the all the time. It's an auntie uncle thing, y'all. We say the. I'm like, I don't know what y'all doing at the Walmart. It's like
I say the Walmart. But see, here's the weird one. If okay, so I say this kind of a little Southern debutante-ish. I talk about this, but I can't talk about this subject without saying the cancer.
Not the cancer.
The cancer.
The cancer child.
I can't say it without it. I talk about the Walmart, the Target that I never go to because I'm not a Target kind of nigga. Like that's not my speed.
Yeah, I love Target, but it's like
in the Target in Hampton got rats, dog. Like it's like there was this video circling and like the rats was like on the tops of the things just running around. They got rats. Like I ain't never seen no rats in Walmart. Never.
I see all sorts of fights, but no rats.
Yeah, see fights, you see butt crack, you see all kinds of things in the Walmart. But I ain't seen nary damn rat.
Yeah, I'm like, because that's the thing. It's like mice and rats are different. Rats will chase your ass. They look at the fuck you going, bitch. It's like, wait. They're like, they're not afraid of you. They're like, oh, bitch, you think I'm a punk? I ain't no punk, bitch. I'm not your bitch. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Rats will chase.
It's like
when you see the videos of rats chasing people down the street, you be like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like all rats are from the Bronx.
Like, what the fuck you say? Sir, you're a whole rat. Like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, yeah, I don't fuck with no rats because their asses will follow you down.
If you ever see some rats around and they all got Timbs on, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they got little Timbs on. I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, I don't know. They might be heading to their rat probate, and I am not gonna fuck with y'all. Okay.
The rats talking about the other rats about his butter wheats.
But they're butter wheats. Oh my god.
Butter wheats. So like I ain't just got no butters. I ain't just got them
butter wheats.
I got butter wheats.
All right, y'all.
I just want to say that.
I was literally about to write that down. Butter wheats. We are fools. But yes, Butter Wheats is the show title. Let's play some Am I the Asshole? So this is the Am I the asshole for letting my brother's ex-girlfriend stay here over my brother? Whew, brothers are weird. I have a brother and I'm like, I'm a sister, so it's probably totally different. But I have a brother. So I'm 27 male, not that close to my brother, 25 male, but still don't know if what I did was asshole or not with how things happened. My brother's girlfriend, 26. Oh, come on, Cougar. I'm kidding. Is 5 months pregnant, but almost 3 month ago. We can't type all things. She caught him texting with some girl and looks like he's been cheating for a while. She left their apartment, but she didn't have a place to go. Her mom passed away from COVID last year. The rest of her family is in Mexico. She was staying in a friend's garage while she figured out what to do. I just reached out to her to say I'm sorry for what my brother did. I felt bad how she was living, and I have an extra room in my apartment that I use as like a TV room. So told her she can stay here as long as she need to. Even after my nephew get here, she free to stay. That's very loaded. So it's been almost 2 months of her living here. She's still working, so we split the rent and bills. The problem with our city is it's super expensive everywhere, but when you get a roomie, get a roomie is so much cheaper. Because of that, my brother is struggling paying the bills on his own at their old apartment, and he says he needs to move out soon because he's losing money. We don't talk, so he didn't know I've been housing her, and he was pissed when I told him no because she's living here. He's telling me we're family. He knows he fucked up, but he thought I'd have his back at least to let him live there instead of her. That she got friends she could probably stay with since all his turned on him for cheating. My brother thinks I'm being real shitty, turning on him too. when he's needing help instead of being his brother and offering a hand. But I'm telling him I'm not planning to kick her out, especially when she was living in a shitty spot before and she's pregnant with his kid, but seems he don't care about that detail. Doesn't. He told me to go to hell and we haven't talked. Like I said, we never been close before, but since he's actually struggling and needing help, I don't know if maybe I was an asshole for turning away from him in a time like this.
Okay, so I'm going to speak for the men.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, are you the asshole for what you wrote? Absolutely not. Your brother messed up this situation. She was out, and you had 2 months to get your shit straight, and you didn't get your shit straight, and now you struggling. That ain't nobody's fault but yours, because she would have still been there if you wouldn't have been messing up.
Correct.
So but you know that. So from what you wrote, you are not the asshole. But I got a question though. Did you poke? Now, here's the thing.
Did you say did you poke?
Yes. Did you poke? Because every man knows pregnant love is the best love.
So here's my question.
Love is the best love.
Because why are you able to contact your brother's girlfriend the brother that you don't really talk to? I am very confused. It's like, wait a minute, y'all barely talking, y'all not close, but you are able to contact her?
Yeah, you contacted her to apologize for him. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you living like this, you can come stay with me. That sounds like dirty macking to me. So my question is, did you poke? Because if your whole thing was
I felt sorry for her and I wanted a better spot because she's pregnant with my nephew.
Yeah, then you straight. But if you have any kind of feelings here, you are very much the asshole. And what you should be doing, if you really want to make this situation right, and you're not poking, get your brother to admit his faults. Make this thing right with his baby mama. Make this thing right with his baby mama, and they can live in that room together. And then you ain't got to worry about none of this, and you ain't got to worry about feeling like you're the asshole. But if you poking,
he's not going to. Because when he said she could stay even after she had the baby, and she's still working, so they're splitting the bills, it's like, I'm like, are you having conversations with her? Because it sounds like you're not.
It sounds like he wants to take care of the kid.
Correct.
It sounds like he wants to be with her.
Because I'm like, Shorty must be bad when it's like, I don't even talk to your ass, but I'm going to reach out. I only talk to his ass, but I'm going to reach out to you. I'm so sorry. And like, why does she feel comfortable enough to tell you about your living? What is going on here?
It sounds like dirty macking to me. I'm sorry. So, like I said, if there is no romantic interest in her from your perspective, then I can roll with this. If there is any, even if you ain't never said nothing about it, you ain't never done nothing about it. If you have any of that in you, you are very much the asshole, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of like if we're only going by the words on the page, it's like, no, you're not the asshole for making a pregnant woman more comfortable so your nephew is not literally in a bad spot or a dirty spot or wherever the fuck she was before. Then no, you're not the asshole. But something's like, so there's something here, because it's like, that's super weird that you're like, oh, she can stay here. I have an extra room. It was a TV room. And it's like, it's like,
it sounds like you trying to set up that Netflix and Prego. Like,
that's like, look at here. Like, if you like, man, on a night that she gets super horny because she's pregnant, because, well, that really does happen.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Hey, girl, I'm here. If you want me to be like, the sex toy, please use me. It's like,
he sounds like the kind of dude that is constantly saying, I'm not my brother. I'm here for you.
Yeah. And it's like the brothers
and doing it like this, putting his hand
right.
on.
And the thing about it is, Scar,
I'm
it's
my
like
brother.
the brother is super weird. I'm like, sir, you fucked up.
Yes.
It's like, this is not, you can't be mad at your brother for not, like, why are you not just, I'm family? I'm like, we barely talk to each other. And why is it that all of your friends, all of them, you're saying all, have turned their back on you? Why would all of them? Everybody got that one ain't shit friend that would not turn it back. So I'm like, why is it, what are you not saying? Y'all not saying a whole bunch. Y'all say you're not saying something.
You know who his brother is? His brother is the person that always complained about the price at the club. $5. Like his brother is that dude. Because don't nobody
complain about the drink prices. How much is that?
Yeah, don't nobody like that dude, but he's usually the one driving. So
yeah. So that's it. So apparently so it's interesting. Someone asked about the parents. Can your parents take him in? He doesn't talk to his dad, not my dad, his dad, and our mom's in jail. So now we're getting to it. They have different fathers.
They have different fathers, and that creates that's where the distance is. And like I'm telling you, that man is trying to slide into his position. I'm sorry. And literally and figuratively. That man trying to slide in his position. I don't see it as anything other than that. It seems like you said, like this dude you barely talk to, but he had a way to contact your baby mama.
Yeah. So
and then what made you, person who seems like they don't really fuck with their brother like that, feel the need to apologize for some shit? Like that makes no sense. It makes zero sense.
It's like, I need more things. So here's another update. Someone said, not the asshole. You're not just providing a home for one person, you're providing it for two, the mother and the baby. Given her circumstances, she's still paying for half the bills and not trying to guilt you into letting her stay for free. Your brother knew what he did, and he did it for months. Him saying, I know I fucked up, but we're family, is manipulative and is trying to guilt trip you into doing what he wants. Additionally, he should have thought about the repercussions of him cheating. Obviously, the mother would want to move out, which would cause him to lose money and struggle. He prioritized his lust over everything else. You're a good man. Original poster. Now he responded, and thing is, I really don't even need help, but she keeps making me split the cost. Only thing I use her money on is the groceries, and the rest just put away for the future. I don't know what future we talking about. I know
future of that boy.
Right, it was like the future. I know she's not being some freeloader. It's still been eating at me because I know we're brothers and supposed to get along and all. So it's better to at least get others' thoughts too. That is very loaded. Interesting.
Loaded. Those are very loaded.
That's very loaded. So apparently there's other people who don't think he's the asshole. Not the asshole. So basically your brother would rather have the mother of his child on the streets because he effed up. What a dirtbag. More like he thinks she has a better chance of crashing with friends than he does, considering they all decided they don't want to be friends with a cheater. He's the terrible friend.
Yes. And let me tell you something. You went and got your brother's baby mama to come stay with you, so to put them in a better position for their survival. Why you didn't tell your brother none of this? Why he just finding this out? Like you a text or something? Like
it's a lot that you're not saying, and it's like, oh baby.
Yeah. It sounds like he's trying to slide in that position. I think so. I don't see it as anything other than, like, if we go by what was written, he's not the asshole, but there are too many unanswered asshole questions.
Yeah, because somebody picked this up. Honestly, it sounds like you and her nibbling, I didn't realize this is the thing, have a great foundation to build a life together. I don't know how interested in that you would be, but it sounds like you got a good thing going, not the asshole. Well, like I said, I'm fine with her staying as long as she needs to, even after little one gets here. That's awesome, man. I hope that kid bonds to you, because Lord knows their daddy isn't going to be a good influence. Well, I hope for kiddo's sake he steps up. It'll be a major disappointment if he doesn't, but I'm not letting any nephew mine on their own. Yeah, that's it. See, I knew I wasn't like, yeah. So there's something you're not saying. It's like if it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. I don't even need her to split the bills. I'm just putting it away for the baby's fun. What you doing? Are you putting away for college? What? See, we're gonna leave you alone.
They putting that money away for date nights. Like,
I mean, are you saving up for the wedding, child?
He's saving up for a babysitter for date nights.
I'm just like look, I'm just like the mama is upgrading and she's not in a terrible spot because you're pregnant and being in a terrible place is like, yeah, I don't want that for no mama. So it's like, girl, that's fine. I don't want to say.
And he's like the type of dude that'll just kind of show up randomly and just like rubbing
and just Captain Save a Hoe. It's fine if you are, like, if that is your role, that's what you want to do.
I saved you from living in the slums. I need you to do.
Listen here, Joe.
Wow. Do a little
do all the things that her man won't do. You go right ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I told you it sounded like Dirty Mackin to me.
He got a Jones in his bones for you.
Yeah, the Dirty
ain't a damn thing that he won't do.
The Dirty Mackin anthem.
Child. Oh my God, I love this song so much. We are fools. But yeah, I don't asshole, and it's debatable. It's like giving a pregnant woman a place to stay. No, that doesn't make you an asshole. Your brother seems like a terrible dude, and so he's everybody else's terrible friend. And
but then again, like we only hearing one side.
It's kind of like, yeah, your brother is like, I mean, we family. You shouldn't just. I'm like, I'm not necessarily turning my back. It's just I don't have no room for you. I feel like if he had if he had like a house, he had like maybe 2 or 3 bedrooms, I feel like he would have let him stay. But because he's letting her stay in his extra room, he don't have a townhouse, you don't have a condo. I don't have another room for you.
No, he is keeping his brother away from his
I'm just saying, he trying to build his life, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just come on, Joe. Get the record going. You know what? That's a fool. That poor baby. All right, so let's go low key. Okay. So I'm pretty sure you remember this story about a little boy named Brennan Walker. He was lost. He had missed the bus. He was walking. He was trying to ask a neighbor for direction. And instead, the neighbor walked out and shot at him because he was lost and he didn't know where the fuck he was. So instead of helping him, he actually shot at him. And they're like, well, I was concerned. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm not exactly sure what you thought. Yeah, if he was going to rob you, it would probably be around between 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Mm-hmm. Not 7 something in the morning, and he's knocking on your door. And he's a child. So that was like 3 years ago. And now that young man is graduating from high school. So he said, it doesn't mentally impact me as much as it used to, but I think about the events every day. Because that man really was trying to I was defending myself. And it was just like, you weren't. So Brennan goes on to say, after that stuff happened to me, I was in a pretty bad place as far as my schoolwork, mentally and emotionally. I wasn't really there fully. His mother said, watching my son be depressed made me depressed.
Man, listen.
I don't even know. I'm sorry. I would have beat that man's ass. Y'all would have made it to trial. Because I'm like, let me know. Because I literally would have beat his ass. I'm sorry. I'm just like, that is just, he's a kid. And he's literally, because that's what you do when a kid is like, this is what we tell kids. They're like, if you're lost, ask an adult. He's not in a store. This was a neighborhood. And he's like, let me just ask the first person I see. And what did they do? Come out the door wanting to shoot someone. And it was because the wife was like, I don't know who it is. Who is banging on your door at 8 o'clock except, and you can see it's the child. But of course, you don't see our children as children. He was like, who's that grown man at the door? What robber is knocking? Excuse me, hello, I need your help at 7 something in the morning.
Right. That makes no sense.
It's like, that doesn't even make any sense. Because at first he'd be like, why are you not in school? I'm lost. What school do you go to? Baby, get in the car. Because I think that's what happened. Somebody got in the car and took him to school. Because that's what I would have did. It's like, why are you, baby, what? I'm like, I don't know where I am. Boy, get in this car. Come on. I'm going to take you to school. Again, that's because I care about children. This is what happens when you don't see our children as children. You're like, oh, they're trying to do something. You mean like get to school? Like, what was he doing except going to school?
Right. It doesn't make any sense.
Not
It doesn't make any sense for that man to feel like he feared for his life in any way, shape, or form. But it's the same thing of how I tried to explain to my white coworkers that I can't be angry around white people.
No.
Because I had an issue with one of my coworkers, and she was going off, and it was a time card issue, and she wrote on my time card, girl.
Why would she?
Let me tell you, she wrote on my time card. So I'm talking to someone, and I'm trying to figure out whose handwriting is this, and she is belligerent, and so I'm standing near one of my coworkers' desk, the person that I'm asking about this. She walks up behind me and is going past me to where the time cards are, and she is belligerent. I simply turned on a pivot to face her, and you would think that I was charging her with a knife. Back up, back up, back up.
Back up.
Whoa, all I did was turn around and face you.
Ooh.
Like you had all this bravery when you was talking all this mess behind my back, literally behind my back, but I turned to face you and you acted like I charged you.
Oh, that is so
like, I had to remind her of that because that was years ago, but I had to remind her of that because we had the conversation because one of my other coworkers, one of the owners at the time, he was talking about giving his wife lip and talk. He was like, "Do you talk to your girl like that?" And I was like, "No, my girlfriend at the time, my girlfriend is white. I can't be angry around white people." And then they recoiled like, "Oh, you can't be angry around white people." And I was like, this happened with you. All I did was turn to face you, and you made it seem like I was like, I put my dukes up like I was trying, like we was about to go at it, and like I was rushing you, like I was getting ready to tackle you to the ground and start ground and pound. I had to remind her like, "Yo, that actually happened. I don't know what you think happened that day."
Correct.
Exactly what happened that day. So like that thing, and then the whole thing about with Mike Brown, how the cop described Mike Brown, who basically in build, height, and weight was almost identical to the cop. But when Mike Brown got angry, that man became the Incredible Hulk.
Correct.
And that's why he felt the need to put Mike Brown down, because Mike Brown became something different because he was an angry young black man in the face of your fragility, and he needed to be put down. And the only thing that was different between the two of you was the color of your skins, and that he was angry because he felt like you were harassing him.
Yeah, because it's like we're not people.
Yeah,
like we're not. It's like when I think about the Ma'Khia Bryan thing, I get emotional because I'm like, yeah, she was been harassed for weeks. Like she literally asked for help and y'all didn't help her. And like, let's even add in the foster care system. It's like, this is a lot going on. When I think about Tamir Rice, I'm like, that is a baby. Y'all didn't even talk to him.
Yep.
It was seconds. Y'all put him down like he's some fucking dog. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
And my man, what's his name? The other one in Ohio that was playing around, that had the BB gun in his hand.
In a Walmart
where they sold said gun. And someone called the cops saying that he was waving it around, threatening people. And he was on the phone.
He was on the phone. He wasn't threatening anybody.
He was on the phone. And apparently that was enough. And like, it's so many instances. Like I still get people, like, especially Walmart, I still get people who move like to the other side of the parking lot from where I'm walking. I had a lady one time. I was going in the Hobby Lobby. I was going to get some candle stuff, and I was going to get some paint. I was going to get some paint, go and get some candle stuff. And there was this lady, we both pulled up about the same time. We both got out of our cars about the same time. She was about maybe 20 feet ahead of me. And I get out the car, I'm putting on my mask and everything's good. And this lady, instead of going straight into the store, because I was not like I was gaining on her or anything, I was just walking, just walking. This lady, like when you had the like a shopping center, and sometimes they have those little pillars.
Yeah.
This bitch did a figure 8 around the pillars to buy herself time for me to walk in the store first. She literally did a figure 8 around the pillars. And she was in front of me. And there was no threat.
Sir, it's like, ma'am, I'm not following. We're literally going into the same
we are literally
door. What are you doing?
We are literally both walking into Hobby Lobby, the place of the Lord.
You say the Lord, bye, girl.
Lord. But like the Hobby Lobby, they have some issues. They are not a fan of the
LGBTQ. Yeah.
They're not a fan.
LGBTQ plus. It's like, God damn it. It's like, we don't want your phobic chicken. We don't want your phobic hobbies. I'm like, I will go to Michael's.
Michael's ain't got shit for candles. That's my problem.
Wait, what's the other one? AC Moore. Do you have AC Moore there?
AC Moore closed. I don't know if they closed everywhere, but they closed. Ain't no more AC Moore. They out of business.
I like AC Moore.
I like AC Moore.
I liked AC Moore. That was my place. I liked candles in there. I liked that they taught classes. And so a lot of their students that would do stuff, they would put their stuff in the store. I was like, y'all went to the jewelry cut. Y'all went to the bracelet class, didn't you? Because it was like some of the stuff. I'm like, this had to be made by somebody else. But it's like, I liked AC Moore a little bit better than Michael's. But I think it's also because they had really good sales.
Yeah.
Now I'm upset.
Yeah, years ago, I had this issue in Walmart. And it's usually Walmart. I notice a lot of things.
It's always Walmart.
And because my previous girlfriend was a white lady, I used to get a lot of I used to get a lot of weird looks. Like I would be sitting down in a restaurant and like she can't see him because she's facing me, but like there's an older white lady table and they just keep staring at me. Like, what are you doing at that table?
What are you doing here?
Right. But let me tell you what happened. People, longtime listeners of Scarcasm know this one. I was in Walmart and I was in the pharmacy area. And so I'm standing in line and there's a white lady behind me. And the line is going towards the pharmacy, but it's on the side. And in between the where I would go get my prescriptions, and on the other side of the line was the exit. So I'm standing in line, and of course, it's Walmart, so you're waiting for a little bit. I walk over, I pay for my stuff, and I turn around to leave. And I don't know whether I turned around too fast but the lady who was standing behind me, who saw me this whole time standing in line, not bothering anybody, she saw me walk over there, tell them my name, pay with my card. She saw all of that. She recoiled like I turned around and said, "Gotcha, bitch!" Like she pulled her purse and like jumped. Like, and I'm like, yo, what the? And I'm like,
girl,
you don't understand. I'm more scared of you than I am of anybody else in here because, like, all you have to do is say one thing wrong, and I'm gone.
Correct.
So, but yeah, she recoiled like I really I turned around with some sort of weapon, and she was a goner. She pulled her purse up. That happened, and that
is so ridiculous.
I will never forget that day. And I'm like, literally, I turned around to leave, which was right back past the line.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened, stuff like that, and like people, I get dirty looks all the time. I live in Virginia, so like it's weird. It's so weird.
Child.
It's so weird. And Richmond is way worse than like Newport News. Richmond has, because Richmond got these statues and stuff. Richmond got these statues and stuff and like all kinds of stuff. Every time they talk about taking down these statues, one of my coworkers who is a Confederate statue supporter,
they
talks
got a
about
whole bunch of stuff to talk about. This is history. I'm like,
yeah,
but y'all don't want history taught in school.
yeah. No, I'm gonna tell you, she will every time they talk about taking down one of these statues, she
ready to fight, ain't she?
No, she's riding for it. If they're gonna take them down, then they need to take the Arthur Ashe statue down too. What the hell Arthur Ashe did to anybody?
And it's really funny that a lot of people, when they talk about Confederate statues, they like don't want to talk about it is literally a random person or Robert E. Lee. But for the most part, it's literally like a Confederate soldier, and that's it. It's just like a random.
Well, around here, the biggin, the one that's like around the Capitol is Robert E. Lee. But like during all of the protests and stuff like that, they graffitied that motherfucker up like bad.
As they should.
It's bad. Like people.
It's like I don't understand. I'm like, and it's like the wildest thing is like y'all realize that they only did that during the Civil Rights Movement. Darkies in line. And let me just let y'all know. It's like
I'm gonna tell you. I say this every time something like that comes up, and I say, I thought we were Americans, and I thought we are all about American exceptionalism. Why do we keep trying to figure out how we're supposed to celebrate these losers? It's like, what do you mean?
Literally, mind you, we are like, I thought y'all wanted to.
They lost. Like they tried to fight. They tried to fight. They lost the fight.
I thought we like celebrating winners. Why do y'all keep celebrating losers?
Straight up
understand.
Straight up losers. I had a conversation with my my coworkers because she was scared for her son who she was scared for her son to go to jail because if he goes to Richmond jail, he has a tattoo of a Confederate flag, and she is scared that her son is going to get hurt.
Are the white people there?
Not very many. It's Richmond. It's Richmond. That's it's Virginia. We're not.
So we're not telling him to remove said tattoo. No. You just don't want him to be hurt for said tattoo.
Exactly.
So we're not having a discussion about maybe we should remove it because I'm sorry, this is not. We're not talking about. I'm like, don't beat my son up if he has a Confederate flag tattooed on his body.
That somebody paid for.
But
this is what I go through every day because one of them is the Confederate supporter, the other one was the Trump supporter. The other one, the
you
one
would
that
think
was
they would
Trump,
be the same people. Sometimes they are.
No, because the Confederate supporter became a Trump supporter basically during the last election cycle. She was not
the 2016, but the 2020.
Yes. And all she does is watch those. All she does is watch videos of Pick Negroes talking about Trump stuff.
Herschel Walker.
Those little twin dudes. Those little light-skinned dudes that be out there talking reckless. And like the people who are like NRA supporters and all of this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, because what's his name? Because it's a little boy on the TikToks. His name is Christian Walker. I'd be like, oh my God, who's his daddy? Him, Herschel Walker is his father.
Of course.
They're like, oh my, yeah.
Makes sense.
So it's like that, yeah. It's like, yeah. Who his dad need to teach him something. His daddy is Herschel Walker.
Yeah, about that.
He's like,
about that.
Okay, see, nope. All right, let's go on to our next story. So Miss Chrissy, her pronunciation of her last name is actually Teigen, but she just be answering the Teigen because she ain't got time to be correcting y'all. I don't blame her. So Miss Chrissy said that she was leaving the internet, and then 2 weeks after she said, JK, I'm back. So it came up that she was extremely horrible to a young lady, telling her that she should die. She literally Chrissy Teigen used to tweet a whole lot about everybody. She had an opinion and a half. She called Quavengene Wallace, I think, a little brat, a little asshole, or something like that. I'm like, she's 9 years old. I don't understand why you're focusing on this little girl on the red carpet of the Oscars. But you got thoughts and fifis, and it's like she feels like she needs to comment on everything. So it came out, they're like dug it up because I think her name is Christine Stodden. I really should know this little white girl's name. I don't care about her. She literally told that girl to kill herself when it's like, girl. So the thing about it is, she gave an apology in October. She's given several. See, this is what happens when you don't give good apologies. They don't stick. And also, why do you keep talking? But she came to her Medium place and decided to again, because she has lost an endorsement deal. She has walked away from a acting job because people have basically been resurfacing her old awful tweets about this young lady named Miss Stodden. But for some odd reason, we're not talking about what the fuck she did to Quavengene Wallace.
Of course not.
We're not talking about that. Come on. Like, was Miss Stodden like 16, 17 years old, dating a 40-something-year-old man? Yes. Is she a piece of shit to her? Yes. But I find it very interesting. I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
Okay.
God damn. What the fuck? Sorry, this has nothing to do with it. Yeah, that had nothing to do. If I give Uber Eats instructions, fucking follow the instructions. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. It's fine. I have plenty of masks. Shout out to Charmaine, Mask by Maine. Sorry. Okay, so Chrissy Teigen has decided to again talk about this. Hi, all. It has been a very humbling few weeks. I know I've been quiet. Have you? And Lord knows you don't want to hear about me, but I want you to know I've been sitting in a hole of deserved global punishment, the ultimate sit here and think about what you've done. Not a day, not a single moment has passed where I haven't felt the crushing weight of regret for the things I've said in the past. As you know, a bunch of my old awful tweets resurfaced. I'm truly ashamed of them. As I look at them and understand the hurt they cause, I have to stop and wonder, how could I have done that? I've apologized publicly to one person, but there are others, and more than just a few, who I need to say I'm sorry to. I'm in the process of privately reaching out to the people I insulted. It's like my own version of that show. My name is Earl. I understand that they may not want to speak to me. I don't think I'd like to speak to me. The real truth in all of this is how much I actually cannot take confrontation. Okay. But if they do, I'm here and I will listen to what they have to say while apologizing through sobs. Yeah, I don't want your tears. There is simply no excuse.
Her punctuation is terrible.
Right. There is simply no excuse for my past horrible tweets. My targets didn't deserve them. No one does. Many of them needed empathy, kindness, understanding, and support, not my meanness masquerading as a kind of casual, edgy humor. I was a troll, full stop, and I am so sorry. I want to go a little further here, thinking of those I've hurt and friends I've disappointed. When I first started using social media, I had so much fun with it. I made jokes, random observations. Think of all the engineers working day and night to develop this amazing new platform. Okay, yeah, I can't do this. No, it's a 5-minute read on her Medium. I had to stop because I don't need you to do this. Okay. I don't need you to do this. Chrissy, I don't need you to do this whole, oh my God, I can't believe it. What about the people what about the kids in Chicago? What about the kids in Wisconsin? Girl, you thought that shit was funny because people encouraged you to be funny. Let us be very clear. Who are you talking to? You're not talking to grown-ups. You must be talking to stupid children. Or better yet, just stupid people. Let's just I don't understand what you're doing. Don't sit here and go, because one, if you thought it was so bad, why the fuck were they still there? Why are we still talking about this? Why are we still talking about this?
This is my thing. And this comes up every year during the NFL draft. Because during the NBA draft, you don't get a whole lot of this because you got to have some understanding of Black culture to be a part of the NBA.
Right.
At least a little bit.
Right.
But the NFL draft, every year, and this happens during the MLB draft too. Every year, someone at the top of the draft has somebody run through their tweets.
Everyone.
And they have things that they said when they were younger that they probably shouldn't have said. Here's the best suggestion that you could ever make. The moment that you think that you might ever be famous, delete your whole shit immediately. Start over, your name official, and let that shit be what you want to present to the world. Because I get it. Sometimes we say stuff when we're younger because we don't quite understand how the world works. And now that you understand how the world works, all of that shit should have been deleted a long time ago. You should have got rid of this shit. And so if you would have just deleted the whole thing, started fresh, you would have absolutely nothing to apologize for.
There are so many old ashy dudes who have literally rebranded themselves on Twitter. It's like, it's extremely, it seems like not really easy, but more of like using the fact that we live in a microwave social media society where it's easy for you to rebrand yourself. And there are people like, yeah, so I remember what you used to be like in 2010. But it's like, people are like, well, people have changed.
Yeah. But like, you just delete it. Just delete your whole shit. None of that stuff is that fucking important. None of it. There is no part of this that's important to you, that should be important to you anymore, for you to not say, I can do without this, because what I get on the back end, this level of fame that I'm getting, this level of notoriety that I'm getting, should not have to come with a level of infamy. So just get rid of it. Like, it's problematic. It's all problematic. And if you really still feel like this, then that makes everything worse. But I shouldn't even be in a position to ask you the question if you still feel like this, because you should have got rid of this stuff. Like, where's your PR? Your PR team.
Where are they?
Your PR team should have scrubbed your tweets. Like, if you got a PR team and they ain't scrub your tweets and tell you, okay, maybe you might want to delete some of this stuff before you make it to where you are. Your PR team ain't shit, and they all should be fired. Everyone on your PR team should lose their jobs immediately.
Correct.
Because obviously you won't shit at some point, and they ain't shit for not catching it and saying this is not how you want to present yourself. That's what PR is supposed to do. Just delete it. Just delete it.
Please
start fresh. It's easy. It's not very hard. I mean, it's probably difficult to find a name that sticks these days, but like, make it your name official and call it a damn day.
So here's the deal. So this is why I had to stop. I'm going to pick through things. And so I will say this. I am not picking through an apology. I'm picking through the bullshit.
Yes.
So let's be very clear. There is a difference. So this is the part that I'm just like, oh, now you think that I'm so stupid. The truth is, I'm no longer the person who wrote those horrible things. I grew up, got therapy, got married, had kids, got more therapy, experienced loss and pain, got more therapy, experienced more life, and got more therapy. Now, here's the deal. Her name was Courtney Stodden. I couldn't think of the girl's name. This is a woman who was like like 16 and 17 with a grown ass 30, 40-year-old man, right? So she
Mhm.
said that shit about Courtney Stodden in 2011. I had to Google this because when she said I got married, I had kids, and I'm not this person anymore, I'm like, let me do something. Okay, so she met John Legend in 2006. Her and John Legend got married in September 2013. Okay.
Okay.
Courtney Stodden, the whole thing with Courtney Stodden happened in 2001. At the 2013 Oscars, which honestly is before her wedding day, but after she got engaged in 2011 to John Legend. Okay. At the 2013 Oscars, Quvenzhané Wallis was nominated. She was 9 years old at that ceremony. She tweeted out, she apparently deleted this. Is it okay to call a small child cocky? I am forced to like Quvenzhané Wallis because she's a child, right? Okay, fine. You're saying this about a 9-year-old. Exactly. A 9-year-old child. So The Onion decided to do satirical tweets based on on what she said about Quvenzhané calling her cocky. Everyone seems afraid to say it, but that Quvenzhané Wallis is kind of a see you next Tuesday, right? You said this about a 9-year-old. They said that. That apparently that site later deleted and apologized. And then Chrissy apparently, because she did several apparently different tweets about Quvenzhané Wallis. However, what has got this ball rolling on Chrissy Teigen is a complete asshole, and she was a complete asshole for years, started because of Courtney Stodden. And let's be very clear. It's like what she said to her was actually pretty gross. But to say it's like, I grew up, ma'am, in 2013, you became a wife, but you have been with John Legend for 7 years. You were I'm like, don't use I got married and had kids and then I grew up. Bitch, you were a whole fucking adult when you got married. Please spare me. Yeah. You thought that shit was funny.
You thought it was funny, but like, how do you not have the foresight to not try to insult a child?
A 9-year-old, but we're focused on the 16, 17-year-old. And let me, like, y'all, do not think that we're saying, no, that shit is okay what she did to Courtney Stodden, because quite frankly, it's not, because she was gross to her too. Right. We're focused, like, the focus is on what she did to Courtney. I'm like, yeah. And 2 years after that, she went after a 9-year-old kid. Right. That literally was 9-year-old, and had to go on a red carpet where people literally were telling her name was extremely hard to pronounce, but y'all have no problem saying Benedict Cumberbatch, Saoirse Ronan, Alexander, like seriously, any white European person, y'all have no problem saying that person's name, but I think hers.
The lady from Orange Is the New Black. She felt pressure to change her name. The one that played Crazy Eyes. I can't think of her. Her name.
Uzo.
Yes. She said that
she had to shorten it.
But she said her mom said, these motherfuckers learned how to pronounce Tchaikovsky. They can pronounce your name.
That's the thing. Until she said it, I didn't know her name was shortened. Until she said that story, I'm like, yeah, say their whole name. Like, what's the problem? It's like, that's it. But it's like, you'll tell a black and brown person that their name is so complicated, but you know how to pronounce Saoirse Ronan. It's like, y'all can do it. You just want to make it. And she was 9 years old. She's a whole child. And you still were like, oh no, I could call that a 9-year-old a see you next Tuesday. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? And it's like, Chrissy, you're doing all of this because one, you thought you were snappy and funny, and you watch too much Bravo. Baby, I watch Bravo too, but you will never see me telling somebody they should kill themselves or coming at and calling a 9-year-old cocky. You mean a 9-year-old that was nominated for a fucking Oscar?
Right.
It's like, are you fucking, it was like, you know what? She is an asshole. It's like, I can't, I have no problem. Like, she has very cute kids. When she was going through what she went through with losing her child, it was like, yeah, I'm not going to touch that because that is just horrible and tragic. And I'm not going to go after you. And it's like, how many people did you go after when they was going through shit? How many people? I need to know how many people that you extended sympathy and empathy for because you want to be funny. And it was like you doing this for clout and you have no reason to be a clout chaser. You're fucking John Legend.
Exactly. I don't understand. Like, okay. So I lost like all care about Twitter in general. Because I realized it's basically, Twitter is basically shouting into a void.
Yeah.
And there's
people use it as like a way to just be nasty and hateful stuff that you would never say to somebody's face, but you're like, I'm hiding behind a keyboard until we find your ass. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I didn't realize. Yes, you did. You did realize.
Yeah, all of this shit you meant every
word. You meant just all of it.
And the real question is like, how sorry were you before October?
That part. How sorry were you until you started losing shit? The thing about it, it didn't even occur to you. If you say something snappy, fine. You're gonna have to own it. But some of the stuff that you weren't doing fun shade. You were telling some little girl to kill herself. You were calling some 9-year-old cocky. That is like, and that's the thing. She's done it to other people. And I don't even want to do the deep dive on Chrissy Teigen.
What you said emboldened someone else to take it way further.
And it was just like, let me know when you're going to apologize to Quinventine Wallace. Don't hop up on these apologies because you made some little white girl cry.
And I'm sorry, but I have been contacting people privately to apologize. No, bitch. I'm saying this right now. Let your apology
be as loud as your offense.
Be as loud as
publicly. Apologize publicly. I actually told somebody that today. And they're like, "Oh, I mean, I talked to them, and I was like, baby, I hear you. I really do. But
your apology, maintain the same energy. Your apology should be just as loud as your disrespect.
Loud. Be extremely loud. Don't be like, I already reached out to them. And the thing about it, they don't want to talk to you. Guess what? They don't need to talk to you. It's okay. I'm like, no, girl, I don't want to hear nothing.
I think we should change the saying. Your apology should be louder than your disrespect. It should be louder. Especially when let's be honest. You probably the only reason why we getting these apologies because you're starting to lose shit.
You losing. That's really all it is. It's like you're not apologizing because you're like realizing you have this realization that you did something wrong. It's like people are finding out you ain't shit. But guess who's been saying that for a long time? Black people. Black women been nose open for Chrissy Teigen for a very long time.
You'd be smirching John Legend's ego.
Exactly. That Quinventine Wallace shit. It was like, wait a minute, homie. Hold up, wait, what you're not going to do is disparage a brown-skinned 9-year-old little black girl in front of black women, right in front of my salad. The fuck is going on here?
I'm talking about a little black girl when your husband sings R&B songs in the manner of Negro spirituals. Like if you don't get the
you have a whole black husband and you disparaging black children, like
on the original Jesus Walk, this nigga actually sang the little drummer boy and then start changing the words. Have you ever heard that? This the very first time I've ever heard John Legend sing was on the College Dropout, the pre-release.
Oh, okay.
And it was the lead in to Jesus Walks because of the sample and everything else, because that's the drums and stuff like that. This nigga clearly sang the little drummer boy as a lead in to Jesus Walks. And start changing the words. He started off like normal, and then it's these streets is crazy. Like he went there. This nigga got on singing R&B songs in the way of Negro spirituals, and you're not even living up to his expectations. He's singing Negro spirituals. You out here talking about little black girls. You got some issues that
he's singing glory.
Exactly.
Glory. One day when the glory comes.
Come on. Let's be honest. Ordinary people sound like it got some Underground
We're
Railroad
just
codes.
ordinary people.
It sounds like it got some Underground Railroad codes embedded in the
I
song.
mean, it could be. It's like, where we going? Where we going, Harriet?
We don't know which way to go.
It's like, I'm sorry. And I'm a John Legend fan, but it's like, Chrissy, it's like, I'm good on you. It's like, as long as you ain't opening your mouth, because it's like, ma'am, you can't sit here and do this. Okay, we're not doing this, ma'am. Get your happy ass on the internet, fire up your IG live, and literally sit there and discuss why talking about a 9-year-old child is an issue. What you did to Courtney Stein,
okay,
so you apologize to her first.
You got to be careful about that because you could end up with a Monique situation.
Hey, I was trying to be, you know what, Scar? I'm not even going to touch that. We're going to mid-key, okay? No, you won't do that because I don't have time for Miss Mary Legs, okay?
I ain't got no issues with it, but yo,
no.
Sometimes you just gotta let it go.
Yep, I'm gonna let it go. I'm like, let me tell you something. You tap me and I'm gonna give you a razor real quick. Here's for your legs, bitch. Here you go. All right. So anyway, mid-key.
I'm your Venus. Now I will tell you something.
Your fire and your desire. Okay.
I will tell you, married men know this. Venus razors are the shit, sirs. Like Venus razors are the shit. I use a Venus right fucking now for my beard.
It's fantastic, right?
This line right here, Venus.
Venus is like, girl, I love it, honey. It's like, girl, and that's the thing. That's why I'm like, you know what? I want to give you a Venus. I will give you a Bic because I'm like, this is how I feel. I'm like, no, I'm not giving you my good razor.
No, I give you a disposable Venus. I'm not giving you the one where the top part come off. I'm gonna give you the disposable one. If you can roll with that.
Nope.
We can roll with that. You're not getting my one where I replace the top one. I'm not replacing the top. I'm not replacing the top for you. I don't know where your legs been, but
you a mess. Anywho, mid-key. So apparently we can do murder on layaway. A wife is arrested after allegedly agreeing to have husband killed on installment plan of $100 per week for 40 weeks. That's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. I'm sitting here like, I gotta do. So if we're doing 100 times 40,
that's almost a whole year you got to pay off getting somebody killed.
A whole year. So let's just say it's very odd that your husband, you only have to pay for the low price of $4,000. You can have your husband killed. $4,000, girl.
And it's not even like I'm gonna need you to show up with all the money. No, I need you to pay me in pieces.
It's like, are you PayPaling them? I need to understand.
Like, what part did you not understand that by paying in pieces? If a nigga gave you receipts,
you have a layaway. Like, can you put a down? Did you put a down payment before the 100? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe put a down payment of like 10% because that's what layaway does. Put
the down payment. Put the down payment on her stimmy. She put the down payment.
Y'all, okay, see, we are fools. This happened in Pennsylvania, y'all. Claudia Carrion, 44, stands accused of criminal solicitation to commit homicide after she allegedly tried to hire an undercover detective as a hitman to take out her husband, who she believed was abusing her and her family, as well as cheating on her with several other women. She was arrested and charged on Friday after an undercover operation that was conducted on Thursday, police claimed. According to the criminal complaint reviewed by local independent news station WFMZ, the defendant described in detail why she wanted her husband killed before paying a $100 deposit. What the hell? Authorities allege that Carrion originally agreed to pay $4,000 for the value.
Pay the 10%.
Wait, it's like if the deposit was $100. That's not 10%.
The deposit. That ain't no layaway. The deposit is $400. You ain't even saved $400 from your stimmy to put the down payment on your. Oh
Lord! I can't. You ain't saved $400. That is 2.5%.
And then, like, how do you not realize when you start making this plan, because in order for you to be,
that is 2.5%. That's not even like real layaway, y'all.
So let me tell you, in order for them to actually make a case, they actually have to get you to say everything in plain English.
So
and confirm it. So like the person that you're going to, they go, okay, so you are paying me to kill your husband, right? And you're agreeing to pay 4 G's.
So so I'm gonna finish reading this story.
No, wait. You're agreeing to pay $4,000. He didn't say no 4 G's. He didn't say 4 racks. He didn't say nothing. You're paying $4,000 in installments in order for me to be able to murder your husband. And like you when someone starts talking like that, because that's the only way that they can make their case. They can't talk no slang. They can't talk none of this. You got to actually spell it out in plain English. And the fact that someone who you're talking to were spelling this shit out in plain English didn't surprise you.
So let me finish the story, because this is wild as hell.
Okay.
Authorities allege that Carrion originally agreed to pay $4,000 for the value priced hit, but that during the meetup, she expressed an inability to pay the amount in full. After some negotiations, a payment plan was agreed upon, the deposit was paid, and she was arrested, police say. The purportedly scorned wife also allegedly admitted to police that she paid the deposit using 5 $20 bills and that the remainder of the balance would be paid off in weekly installments. That murder by layaway was to be paid off in $100 installments, the Philly Voice reports, but law enforcement says she told them this wasn't her first attempt to off her husband. She allegedly told an investigator after being arrested that she previously attempted to have a hitman kill her husband, but that the first attempt did not work. Police allegedly became wise to Carrion's efforts by way of a confidential informant who was being used by the Allentown Police Department Vice Squad, the outlet notes. That informant eventually led to the detective posing as a relatively cheap assassin who then visited Carrion to discuss the macabre plan at her own home. The defendant was arraigned just after midnight on Friday and is currently being held at the Lehigh County Jail in lieu of a $500,000 bail. Her next court appearance, $500,000.
You putting $100 deposit.
I was like, I can't do this. Her next court appearance is currently scheduled for July 8th. Okay, Zoom. Before Lehigh County Magisterial District Judge David M. Howells Jr. The Lehigh County District Attorney's Office has so far not accounted for whether or not the husband's alleged abuse has been or will be investigated. Police, however, claim that Carrion never contacted them about any such allegations. Her son also said he never witnessed abuse. Still, Joshua Carrion told WFMZ he feels like his mother is being framed. He said that his mother loves her husband and brought the man to America from the Dominican Republic because of that love. It's not like that. I feel like she's getting framed. She's Christian, like very religious. My family, we never do harm. We're all, innocent. We don't have no criminal record or nothing. Later in the interview, Joshua said he never witnessed abuse. Never. No, they was always happy. So I don't know about that. Under Pennsylvania law, criminal solicitation of homicide is a crime of the same grade and degree as the most serious offense, which is attempted or solicited. If convicted, Carrion could be charged with the same severity as someone charged with murder. Capital punishment in the Keystone State, however, has more or less been effectively abrogated since the late 1990s by dint of executive distaste with the state killing people. This is the second attempt for me. It is Lily, her son, who looks like Great Value Chance the rapper, saying, no, this has never happened. She's being framed. Who is framing her, though?
Looks like Chance the rapper and Welvin had a child.
I mean, I was like, wait, is that a black man? It's like, I want to know where you get murder by layaway. That is $100 installments though, dog. I'm like, what put y'all on? What put it on the radar for y'all?
The $100 installments is why I knew this was a black person.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. That's the installments.
Ooh.
is why I knew it was somebody black, because somebody else would have got that money. They would have got that money and be like, I need you.
I know how you're paying them. I'm like, you just bring it in cash. You're not. Well, I guess Cash App will leave a paper trail, so I guess you do have to put it out.
Yeah, and like, did the nigga give
so
you
what you do with your $100 deposit? You keep her money because you arrested her after she gave you the deposit. That's only 2.5%. That's not even a good 10%.
It's evidence.
He tied that 10%, honey.
She did that for her.
I can't believe it. I was like, I'm sorry, we're doing murder by layaway now. And I didn't realize. I'm like, what assassin does that?
How you
I want to know.
How you? I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that there is somebody who that is hard up for cash,
and they would have done it for $100. Like, I mean, like, you didn't even need $4,000.
They would have did it for $100, maybe even for the foe.
But the thing that gets me, Scar, is that they're talking about we set up a sting. I'm like, wait, time out. Why y'all like suspecting her? And it's like, she's saying abuse. I'm like, is she talking about mental abuse? I need to understand. There's way too much. July 8th, I hope it's a public hearing so I could come there and dial in on the Zoom call. Because that's what's been happening at public cases. This is what happens when I watch so much Bravo, because that's how Jen Shah's case got shut. Her court appearance got shut down because everybody like flooded the Zoom number. And then it got shut down. Or Skype number, I think.
Did you see that one Zoom? I don't watch reality TV, but I see clips from stuff every once in a while.
Not clips.
I had a bad experience with reality TV, and I swore it off forever. I don't even watch competition shows. I don't watch none of that. I don't watch nothing. Even though I know I would love to watch The Masked Singer or some shit like that.
You would love Top Chef, if I'm being quite honest.
But let me tell you, I had a real bad experience. But like I don't know, I lost it. I was there, I had it, and I lost it.
I'm sorry.
But like just the idea that she said that she did this before, and why would you admit that? After, because she admitted this after. They didn't say that she did this, and you can find nobody that you actually knew that was everybody got that one person from around the neighborhood that you think want to kill you, and all you have to do is give them give that person the opportunity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Slide you a little bit of cash. I give you the information. I put you in the right situation. You do what you got to do. But like, you went to somebody brand spanking new, and then be like, man, I ain't got it. Let me I got $100. Let me
It's
pay.
like, do you know, like, you didn't 4,000. I'm like, I want to know where y'all got that number from. Is that y'all number? This is my quote. If you want me to kill your husband, his $4,000. I was like, wait, $4,000?
Who kills somebody for $4,000?
I'm like, where did you? Is that overhead? Is that? Do I have to put gas in your car? What?
Did you go to the Walmart and look for great value assassins? You went to the Walmart and looked for great value assassins.
You know what? I'm sorry, that's the show title. Great value assassin. I'm sorry. We have so many different ones. Great value assassins. I am seriously. That's what we're talking about here. Because $4,000. I was like, that's a weird number. The July 8th, we are dialing into the court. I gotta follow this because I need to know.
You went and got you a white box assassin, and it actually thought that
who's killing anybody for $4,000? I was like, the fact that y'all set this up as a sting is just $4,000.
And like, the crazy part about it is, like, you know, the idea, like, okay, if that person gets caught, of course they're gonna roll on you, right, immediately. And like, because
your son, Mr. like Chance the Rapper 2.0, is like, I don't know what the hell she getting framed by. Whom, Clarence? By whom? Who's framing her? She came to meet with the $100 deposit. That is 2.5%. That is not even layaway.
Right. of a great value assassin is that makes none of this makes any sense for you if you had any sense at all. If you had any sense at all.
Girl, if you had any sense, you would have ground up glass in his food. Oops, sorry.
You know what I mean? Rat poison. You know what I mean?
You could have done.
There's so many things. So many things. And
I mean, seriously, in the food, just ground it as finely as possible. He'll think it's just heartburn.
I cut the brake line in your car, like one of these.
I'm sorry. Allegedly, y'all, we haven't. Excuse me. We are not great value assassins, honey. I am not generic. I'm also not an assassin, y'all. Please don't call me.
Yeah, I'm not.
We're not assassins.
Even though my Wu-Tang generator name after the Childish Gambino thing, my Wu-Tang generator name was Erratic Assassin.
Okay, all right. See, you know what?
But as I watched enough TV to understand that, like, at the very least, if this is a cop, they have to spell it out in plain English. And
absolutely.
You have to agree.
Just saying.
At the very least, you should know that if you're planning to have someone killed, and they don't talk in no kind of code, and try to make sure, okay, so you understand that you're paying me for this.
So yeah, they make it as plain as possible. So what you're saying is, on this date, you want me to.
Yeah. In 40 weeks, when you pay this off.
Child, 40 weeks. Girl, just in case y'all don't know, it's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah, almost a whole year it was going to take her to pay this.
Girl, you should have had a fish fry.
I mean,
y'all should have had a rent party and raised the money.
I mean, I don't know what you look like because they ain't got no picture of you on this article. But damn, you can't find a pole. You can't find a stroll. You can, right. I mean, depending on what you got, you can make this in a night or two.
I mean, you could have like paid for it. You could have paid for this assassination in pussy if we're being very honest.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I wasn't. I said you could have found a stroll.
You also said pole, sir. So what we doing?
I said pole and a stroll.
Pole and a stroll. You could be like, ring, ring. What's up, girl? I'm sucking dick right now. See, that could have been you, girl. That could have been you. But then also there's a solicitation as opposed to solicitation to murder someone. So that's two different solicitation charges.
I would rather have a solicitation to commit sex acts than solicitation to murder somebody. I was about to say, I ain't want this to be clipped. I ain't want to say like I would rather have a solicitation to suck a dick because I ain't want that to be clipped. But
this is what we have to do with Scar. We're just going to change the subject, okay? We're just going to move on.
Okay.
High key is for the extreme foolishness that I saw and I have seen.
We got to talk about this last one. Ooh, boy.
I can't wait because I was like, I need him to see this because when I tweeted out, I'm like, I cannot wait to talk about this with Scar because oh my God. But that's not what I'm about to talk about. We're going to talk about Nellies Sports Bar. Now, Nellies Sports Bar is in DC. It is supposed to be very inclusive, a safe space. But if you are a Black woman with blonde braids, it's not a safe space for you because you will be dragged down steps by your hair and your arm.
Whoa.
Yeah. So Nellies Sports Bar, which Nellies Sports Bar. So they had a protest. They've had a couple of them, if I'm not mistaken. So this happened on Sunday evening. Protesters gathered on Sunday evening outside of Nellies Sports Bar in response to a disturbing video that appears to show a security guard pulling a Black woman down the stairs. The video, filmed on Saturday night during Pride weekend, I would just like to say that this is supposed to be an inclusive LGBTQ plus sports bar. This happened during Pride Month. Okay.
Of course, people don't think about Black women when they think about all this stuff.
Oh, we'll get to that because I'm like, oh. Okay. During Pride weekend and posted on Twitter, looks to show the woman being dragged by her hair and arm and also showing multiple people getting into an altercation at the bottom of the stairs. As reported by WUSA 9, 22-year-old Keisha Young said in an interview with the channel that she is the woman from the video and that she had nothing to do with what sparked the incident, which appears to be related to someone bringing a bottle into Nelly's bar that evening. Young believes she was mistaken for someone else by the security guard in the video. Nellies told Eater Monday afternoon that it has fired the security guard involved in the incident, who was an independent security vendor the bar brought in for Pride weekend. On June 12th, I went to Nelly's Sport Bar and Grill to celebrate Pride, and there I was dragged by the security guard for no reason. And this is from Keisha's GoFundMe, because she's raising money to help with her legal fees, medical fees, and therapy resulting from the skirmish at Nelly's. She wrote that she lost her glasses and her iPhone, that her clothes were ripped, and she is bruised and having trouble sleeping due to anxiety. This is also from her GoFundMe. I'm feeling a little humiliated to have went viral being assaulted by a Black man who should be protecting me. I'm a college student. I attend Morgan State University, and I'm graduating next year. And I'm just happy that it didn't escalate too far and that I'm still here in my pain and grief, still able to tell my story and get justice. Nelly Sports Bar, this was their initial statement on their Instagram page. We were incredibly upset and disturbed to see the unfortunate event that took place at Nelly's last night. We are undergoing a full investigation of the situation. At Nelly's, we foster an inclusive and safe environment, so events like this are completely unacceptable to us. Girl, we don't believe you, okay?
Yeah.
We don't believe you.
He was a contractor.
So, like if you, so I think they may have took this down, because if you click the link in the article, nothing comes up. So now, Nellies later emailed a more extensive statement to Eater. This is where I'm getting this from. This is DC Eater. It's a blog in DC, which reads, Nelly's Sports Bar has terminated with immediate effect the independent security vendor hired to protect our guests during Pride Week. Our investigation into the matter is ongoing, and we will cooperate with any law enforcement investigation. However, we do not need to wait for the investigation's conclusion before we take decisive action. We offer a heartfelt apology to all who witnessed the horrific events of this past weekend. No matter what behavior occurred prior, nothing warrants mistreating and disrespecting one of our guests. What we can say is we have heard the concerns of the BIPOC and LGBTQ plus communities. Nelly's will be closed this week as we evaluate this regrettable situation, though we will continue to pay all non-security staff their normal wages. In the interim, we will use this time to listen and understand what more we can do to create the safe and friendly atmosphere our guests have come to expect from Nelly's Sports Bar over the past 14 years. What do you notice in both of these statements?
That someone who's not very good at PR.
That's one. That's a good answer. They're not even addressing Keisha Young at either one of these statements. You're not talking about the woman that is physically and mentally abused. You are not addressing anything. You don't even mention. You apologize to the people who saw this, not to the person who actually experienced it.
Yeah, they Bill Clinton the hell out of this.
It was like, wait a minute,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It was like, wait a minute, you're not even talking about the young. Like, I'm sorry, y'all had to see that. Not, we are going to work to rectify this with the young woman that we assaulted. And I will say this, I don't know where this looked like he was Spider-Man. He hopped out of nowhere and was like, what the fuck are you doing? Because he literally, they were like, who the fuck is that guy dragging? Because one, he had her arm, he had her hair. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
I think it's that plausible deniability that they have because he was an independent contractor.
Oh, we can just fire him. And it's like, yeah, but she's going to sue you, boo.
Yes, because that's coming to you. Like,
it's on your property, and you're not even acknowledging the young woman that is assaulted. You're not even talking about her. Not, we are so sorry to her. I'm like, I'm so sorry y'all had to see that.
We're listening to the community and trying to make better. No, listen to her.
We offer a heartfelt apology to all who witnessed the horrific events. Witnessed it, not the girl that experienced it. Yeah, close that shit right the fuck on down. We're good. We do not need to go to Nelly's. I'm like, that's fine.
We're shutting down for this week until they get tired of the protests.
So here's the thing. You know what's really funny about stuff like this? This is not always the first time this shit has happened, because you know what's going to happen in the next few days. People who have been to Nelly's are going to start telling their stories, because I think I can't remember what his name was.
These stories
but
are gonna start. These stories are gonna start rolling. Are gonna start popping up from everywhere. Like what happened with T.I.
Right. And it's just like, good Lord. It's like, girl. It's like
the floodgates is about to open.
They're about to open. Okay. It's like, girl, you. It's like, yeah, y'all gonna be closed in a minute. And I'm glad it was swift protest of that place, because one, that's not the first time y'all did that shit, and I know it's not.
It's gotta be. It can't.
I know it's not.
It can't be.
It's like, yeah, this is gonna be the day of the reckoning. The fact that y'all thought that shit was okay, and this is what happens. Y'all go, oh, what? They don't work for Nellies. They're on your property.
Yep.
For all intents and purposes, they work for you. Because you still hired the bitch.
You hired the company. You hired the company that hired that man.
Correct.
And like that means you didn't do your due diligence with their hiring practices.
And that's typically what happens. Sure you just fire somebody. I'm like, oh, Lone Wolf. I'm like, no.
When you hire vendors, you need to hire vendors that are in alignment with your core values as a company.
Yeah, because it's not lost on me that it was a whole black man. Yeah, black men that always makes it worse.
Black men ain't shit, so it don't matter.
That always makes it 10 times worse.
Yep.
And that is the problem. It's always going to make that worse. It's like, yeah, so when we tell y'all, see, that's what happens when you say, like, there's a lot of black men who get on the social media. They're always the loudest. Talking about, don't disparage us in public. There is a video. There's several videos of black women being disrespected by black men. Yep. Several. And it's like, but black women are to swallow that. Yeah. I watched a video of a girl getting thrown in a dumpster.
I don't really share these, but I see them all the time. Have you ever noticed that when you see like black women getting into it with each other, there's always just a bunch of black men just standing around doing nothing. And like these are the mothers of your children. These are the pillars. These are the pillars of your community. These are the mothers of your children. And you're standing around with your cell phone out, watching them go crazy. And knowing that everyone there is going to be putting that up on the internet for everyone to see.
And it's a joke.
And it's
a joke. It's like, oh, that's right. It's funny. I'm like, well, y'all should get y'all shit together. Or you have some man in the airport while you're with your buddies and with your sisters or your friends traveling while you're mourning, and they'll take your picture and say, you bitches need to stop this shit. I hope them women find you and stomp you down. I really want them to stomp you down. I'm like, how fucking dare you?
I was like, nigga, I'm in the airport. Like, what difference does it make?
I'm in the airport. It is a flying petri dish, and you want me to do that? Girl, fuck you.
Now, I've never been on a plane, but I've been to several airports with people who are either going on to or departing in airport, in airplane. Right. At an airport. First of all, the thing that you want when you are going to be on the airplane is to be comfortable. Those seats are already small as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I show up in motherfucking if I show up in house party 8-ball pajamas, shut the fuck up. Like, for real.
So here's the thing, Scar. I remember the time before 9/11 where it wasn't like after post 9/11, it was always instructed, don't wear lace-up shoes, wear shoes that are easy to come off. Don't be like, it's like, yeah, you're gonna see some people in flip-flops because they got to put that shit on the conveyor belt. I have to go through TSA
because dumbasses was putting bombs in their shoes.
And the thing about it is, it's like, also, if I could get randomly selected for a check, you will put your hands in my hair. I paid too much for my
And
fucking hair for you to dismantle my
sometimes-
dude.
And sometimes other places, so I need to have on these sweatpants.
Exactly. I was like, why are you acting like it's not comfort? So this is why, let me tell you something. Let me tell you, Senorita Hairy Legs, that's why you should have shut the fuck up. Nobody cares what you thought. Because guess what?
I thought you was going to leave this alone.
I did. But that's all, I did say that. This is why you're full of shit. Because when Whoopi tried to give you advice, what'd you do? You said, bitch, fuck you. When people talk about your hairy legs on the Oscars, you said, leave me alone. I can do what the fuck I want. When we say it's super creepy that you're calling your husband daddy, girl, shut the fuck up, bitch, fuck you. You tell a lot of people, bitch, fuck you about your shit. But you are telling people, random ass strangers, it's my business to like tell you what to wear. If you don't suck Sydney's dick and leave us the fuck alone, mind your business, ho.
I tried listening to her podcast.
Nope, I haven't. And it's like, I leave Monique alone because it's funny. You doing all this, but people are forgetting how you literally sat up on the internet defending Roseanne Barr. Yeah. Shut up, Monique. Okay. Nope.
The Roseanne Barr they took her off a show with her fucking name
on it. I was like, bitch.
Like,
you might want to sit this out. Sit it out. Get last story, y'all. A father dumped 80,000 pennies on the lawn of his estranged daughter's house for his final child support payment. A Virginia teenager showed her estranged father the meaning of good sense and maturity. Avery Sanford.
Why gotta be Virginia? Shit.
You gotta eat this, honey. Avery Sanford hadn't seen her dad in years when he dropped off his final child support payment that last month, dumping 80,000 pennies on his ex-wife's lawn. I just turned 18 when I was in the middle of class. My dad came by. He had rented a trailer, Sanford told the outlet. Her penny hoarding dad pulled up in front of the house and turned the trailer on so it dumped out all the pennies on the grass. And my mom came out and was like, what are you dumping in my yard? She didn't know who it was until he shouted, it's your final child support payment. Instead of getting mad, the high school senior decided to set aside the copper delivery for charity, according to the report. The family picked up every penny and plans to donate all $800 to Safe Harbor, a domestic abuse center. It's not just my mom he's trying to embarrass. It's also me and my sister, and it's upsetting that he didn't consider that before he did that, the teen told the station. Turning around and donating that money to moms and children in need, I feel like that really turns the situation into a positive. You can learn from it. Her father told the station he acted out of 18 years of pent-up frustration, and the last thing he wanted to do was push his daughter further away. I'm going to read this one more time. The family picked up every penny and plans to donate all $800 to Safe Harbor, a domestic abuse center. You literally rented a trailer and went to the bank to go get pennies, and it's only $800. I'm like, does that make sense to me? It was like, hold on. So if it's 80,000 pennies and it's every 100 pennies is $1, why do I feel like it's higher than 800? But maybe it's not.
Yeah,
it's 800.
You take two of those zeros off the bat.
Yep. You did all of this for $800 for 2 children. You extremely big twat. You did this publicly. You couldn't have just said, bitch, I'm a cash app you. I'm going to put the check in the mail. You, if you wanted to be really petty, said it's my last child support. You could have like hired somebody to dress up and drag and deliver it. No, you decided to do this. And the thing about it is, your ex-wife is not the one who's talking about this. Your daughter is. Your daughter is seeing this. Your other daughter is seeing this. You are a complete piece of shit. And you haven't even been talking to your daughter, and you're mad that you got to pay child support for a girl that you do not have a relationship with. You haven't seen your daughter in years. and you're mad you got to pay child support and you don't even have a relationship with your child.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start it off like this. You, sir, are an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment to fathers. You are an embarrassment to Virginians. You are the epitome of a bitch ass hurt motherfucker. Like, ooh, like this whole thing is like, yo, I understand wanting to do something like this for your first payment. The first one, because you
Not
feel
your
like you got roped into some shit. Most people, when it comes to their last payment, they are happy to pay it, because I know I'm in a Black fathers group. I see this all the time. People are like, yo, I did my last payment. I'm happy. I took care of everything I needed to. And like, I got out of this child support payment, and it's a good day for you. And it's a good day for everyone except for Carmen Bryan. This is a good day for everyone except Carmen Bryan. That's her name.
You are a mess.
That's her name, right?
Who's Carmen Bryan?
You don't know who Carmen Bryan is?
No.
Nas's baby mama.
Oh, bye. Okay, bye.
Because after he was done with his child support payments, then she cried broke. And said that he still need to keep paying because he was basically
because he was Nas.
Yeah, and that money was going to her lifestyle and not necessarily for the child's. But like it's how weak are you to feel like this is something that you want to do for your last payment? Your last payment, not your first one where you feel you got roped into this, because that's how a lot of dudes feel. Personally, I'm not on child support. My ex-wife and I are on good terms, and we talk.
You take care of your kid, but you also have a relationship with.
We talk about this like adults, and we handle things like adults. So like I was never, that was never needed between us, but like, this makes zero sense. This makes zero sense. Like, you have pent up frustrations. Yeah, your frustrations are at the beginning. By the time you're finished paying all of this is normal. This is routine. And when you get to the last one, it's like, oh snap, I get to end this routine. I don't have to do this no more. You should be happy. There is nothing in you that should make anyone feel bad for your actions for doing what you were supposed to do, which is pay what you owe, nigga. Like, what are we doing here? I know he's not Black, but still, this some nigga shit. Like,
you would think so. And the thing about it is, I was like, so I don't know if the child support payment, the $800 was for two children, one. It could have been just, if for two, it could have been one. I don't know, because it also is based on your fucking income.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
And obviously he had enough income to get all of these in pay
and finish paying.
And he had it
no arrears
to finish paying. He had no issues. He was able to rent a trailer, not just a regular trailer, one that actually lifts up so it can dump out all of this stuff in the yard. You know what you could have did with that money? What I know a lot of people do. Your last child support payment, I know dudes who would throw a party. Go
that's
out.
Fair.
You know,
to a certain extent, it's fair. It's like,
yeah, I mean, I know dudes who, like, dudes who don't actually, have relationships with their children. Like, when they get finished, they're happy. I don't have to do this anymore with this child that I have no connection to, no matter whose fault it is.
Right.
No matter whose fault it is, like, there's a whole lot of things you could have done. Why would you make your situation worse? And why did you just make yourself look like such a dick in the process?
Because
there should be no one who knows you, who is able to look you in the eye at this point.
And why is nobody telling you that this is wrong? Why is no one saying, why did no one talk you out of this?
You ain't do this on your own without saying nothing to nobody.
Correct. So no one didn't say anything like, this is not what you should do.
So that means you ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody around you ain't shit.
That part.
All of them.
Because
all of them collectively. All of them collectively. I have to do that way.
I bet y'all ain't saying him. He's like collectively. So I will. So
all of them collectively ain't shit. And I hope that something fucking happens to you. You know what I hope? This is what I hope. I hope 80,000 pennies falls on your fool ass head.
I don't. It was like you did all this for $800. You have $800. How much did that trailer rental cost?
I mean, if you want to be a jerk about it, hire a singing telegram to deliver.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you could have hired somebody to deliver it. You did this, and the thing about it is, so this is my thing, Scar. And have been overcooking my grits for months. This is why I was like, I wish Captain Jack would shut the fuck up and just talk about sports. Don't talk about anything other than the shooty hoops, because anything he say outside of that is some bullshit. And this is why I said he need to be quiet, because he helped perpetuate the narrative that when it comes to bad relationships between fathers and their children, it's because their mama is poisoning them against them. And I'm like, so you're talking about exceptions and not necessarily rules.
Yeah.
This is what happens. Your mama, her mama did not have to say anything. She can see you doing it. Yep. It's like you want to perpetuate this narrative like it's the mama's fault. What if it's not? I know more women who don't say jack shit. They bite their tongue until it bleeds about their children's fathers, because they're like, no, because I don't want you to say that I'm the one saying it. They bite their tongue. They don't say nothing.
You just talked about something. Did you see that your boy Gary Owen made a statement?
He is such a bitch.
He made a statement. Thomas, you're making it seem like my kids are my kids are grown. My kids and the kid that she's
so why haven't you fucking seen them?
Because apparently I'm on the road. My kid's in college. According to him.
That is not grown. Over 18 does not make them grown.
And the one that he's seen most recently, he tried to make an excuse that he's been on the road and he took a trip to come see his son play baseball or some shit like that. And then he went back on the road. Like,
see, that's the thing. Because I was like, they've been together 23 years total and married 17 years. How old are your children, Gary? Let's look on the Google machine, shall we? When he said that, I was like, they're adults. They're over 18. That doesn't necessarily make them adults. That's not how that works. And this is like, the thing about it is, Scar, I have no idea. I unfollowed him years ago.
I mean, I never followed him.
And the thing about it is, I honestly don't remember why. I'm like, he did something, and I was like, the fuck is going on here?
I peeped his get down, like, maybe it's the Virgo in me, but I peeped his get down during the Comic View days.
So here's the deal. Let me see something. It says Cast BET. How old is this page? So they have 3 children. I don't know how old this page is. I need to see, because this is from Cash. Remember, he had like a reality show.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, oh, okay. So at the time of let's see. Let me find another one. Who are Gary Owen's children? So, see, I'm definitely looking for this, because on the BET page, when they were doing the show, his oldest was 21. He had a 15-year-old and a 14-year-old. That was when the show was on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The show, the Gary Owen show. Let's see. I have no problem using the Google machine.
Exactly.
Because it was like, you're saying they are adults. Your oldest child at the time. So this is from 2001. So that's what, 5 years? So if we're saying 21, 15, and 14, are those the ages? So your children are 26, 20, and 19. According to you, they are adults. According to laws, depending on where you go, they are considered adults.
But even if they are adults, you feel like
they're still your fucking children.
You don't feel like you don't need to see your kids?
Why is one child saying I haven't, the daughter he has not seen in 4 months, his son he has not seen in 6. Why is that they haven't had any contact with you in months?
Yeah, he was talking about they send texts and stuff like that and they talk on the phone.
And they haven't seen, but he's saying they haven't seen him.
That's just weak. Like, as he
is a bitch. It's like the thing about it is like he ain't no fuckboy. It's like I saw a TikTok's like, yeah, we don't have to call every man a fuckboy. We can just call him a bitch. I'm like, yeah, because in my terms, bitch is gender neutral.
Yes.
He is a bitch, and that is just disappointing.
I had the bitch conversation with some video game friends a long time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But I had it explained to me. So I was like, because anybody who plays video games, especially play video games online, the moment someone finds out that you're black, here it comes.
It changes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it changes all kinds of stuff. I used to be like, people telling me that I was stealing internet from my neighbors. How the hell did I afford an Xbox? All kinds of stuff. Like, it was just bad.
That is super weird.
I had a friend of mine that I used to play games with. He got suspended from Xbox Live by repeating, because he repeated something that someone said to him. So we're in the lobby before the game, and the guy just starts going, because it always starts with like a little 12-year-old, like, that guy Scarfinger's a nigger, and then it just goes from there. That's pretty much how it goes. And then, but like, so before he had said something right before the game started, and then we won. We are in the lobby after the game before it switches to the next game, and he repeated what that guy said to him back to him. He was reported by that gentleman and his whole team, and he was suspended from Xbox Live for 3 months.
3.
It just happens. But I had this conversation, like, instead of us saying all of this crazy stuff to each other, why don't we just adopt one word, and that we use that word, and like no one can get offended because we're all using that word to each other. And I say bitch. Like, if I call you a bitch and we're in this game, then you are in. I don't feel this way now, but at the time I was just like, look, we could just adopt this one word and we can roll with that. And then I had a white gentleman that I was friends with, he was just like, well, it doesn't sound the same when I say it.
No, it don't. Because that's the thing. I'm saying it's gender neutral for me, but I will have a very hard time if a man calls me a bitch. I'm like, okay, so you want to fight. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of dudes. It was a bunch of dudes.
Right. So it's kind of like, you're being such a bitch right now. I'm like, it's disappointing. But when Homegirl said, find you another black celebrity friend group, I was like, if I'm not screaming, I'm screaming. I'm still screaming about that, because
it's like I said, I peeped his whole steez. Like, that was his act. He
had a whole black. I'm a white guy with a black wife, and now what you gonna say?
Yeah,
I'm a white guy with a black ex-wife, but a whole bunch of side chicks. Is that your new spiel? It didn't work with Kevin either.
Nope.
Man, every time.
They
y'all they be proving Cat Williams right, and they don't realize it, because he was right about Tiffany. He was right about Kevin.
Dads be fucking up. Like this. I don't understand. Like, how you gonna do this? How you gonna do this during Father's Day month?
It was like, Gary, you are really gonna sit here after you cheated on her and she had not said nothing. You filed in March. Nothing didn't start happening until a few weeks ago. Because it's like, you gonna stop acting like you're like the victim here. I'm like, the fuck, you what? Sir, you're not even that attractive. Like, you're not gonna, sir, you are just a white guy with a very attractive black wife.
And we I read the article about what he said. Apparently, you know, he went to Wendy Williams to say all this, right?
Right. And I was like, of all places, Wendy.
And they mentioned at the end, supposedly in that interview, she invited him out to dinner. And of course, since they in front of people, he didn't accept in front of people.
But they surely went. And it's like, sir, Wendy, see, here's the thing. Wendy is also the person who didn't pull in the man that cheated on his wife. I don't know why Leela's husband is escaping me. You ain't pull him up. You pulled Nicole up on that show. I'm sorry, she owes you nothing. And the fact that you actually were interviewing Nicole Richie. Not Nicole Richie, sorry, Nicole Murphy.
You said Nicole Richie.
I was like, what the fuck?
What's she doing to somebody?
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what Nicole Richie did to me that I would breathe her up. What the fuck?
And other than trying not to be Hispanic.
Goodbye, Scar. Or not? No.
She ain't done nothing to nobody other than trying her hardest not to be Hispanic.
So Nicole, I'm ignoring you. Nicole Murphy, you brought that very beautiful, finer than frog hair woman up on that show. Wendy, of all people, why are you entertaining a cheater on your show? I get it. Kenya is not the celebrity. I totally get that. However, why the fuck is Gary Owen here? I think he was promoting something, but God knows what. But the fact that you are doing this and of course it's Wendy. Because
I mean, it's like you had to go to someone problematic too in order to speak your truth.
Okay. Apparently he has a podcast. And it's like,
I've seen on YouTube, I've seen that he has a podcast, but I ain't about to listen to that shit.
No, absolutely not. It's like, apparently that was them. Girl, I can't. It's like, fuck Gary Owen. It's like, you're a piece of shit. Go find you a new black friend group, but I think they nose open for your ass. That's why you're too old. We don't care. Soul Plane is too removed. You know, think like a man is too removed. We don't give a shit about you, Gary Owen, and your shtick is old and tired and late.
I told you, I peeped his steez doing.
If we want a white guy in our black friend group, we will choose the newly 40-year-old Christopher Jamal Evans. Okay, we will choose Captain America. Okay, we're not. No, no.
Jamal.
He's 40. Okay, he is newly 40. He's in the 40 and over color.
So okay. we're not doing Tom Hanks' son.
You mean Colin? Absolutely. Colin can come. Colin can come, okay? We do not need Snow the Informer to come to this party. We're not doing it, okay? I was like, the fuck is going on here? No, but I'm like, it was like when he was fighting with his ex-girlfriend, I was like, what happened to your accent, Buckwild? What happened?
We love Informer. What are you talking about?
We do, but we don't love Chet. It was like, wait a minute, Buckwild, what happened to your accent? What happened? See, your daddy said something, okay? Because that's why your daddy, he ain't saying nothing. He is too busy knowing the rules for spades and writing opinion pieces for the New York Times. He ain't got time for you. I was like, it's so funny because it's like your daddy don't even mention you. It's like he only has one son. He only has one famous son. His name is Colin. And that's the only offspring of Rita and Thomas that I recognize. I'm sorry. It's Colin. Yeah, Colin can come.
Wait, there's 4 of them.
Wait a minute.
There's two more kids.
I said the famous ones.
I know, I'm just saying, but there's 2 more kids.
I said the celebrity Hanks children. I know he got more than children. It's like, yeah.
Bruh.
Colin can come.
Why you name your son Truman?
See, that's why. And with that, we are ending this show. Nope. Nope, Truman Hanks, bye girl.
I mean, and you don't. And Hanks is not a name that you can get away with calling someone Truman. Like if your last name was Jones, like Tommy Lee Jones, like you could get away with a whole lot because there is no name that doesn't instantly sound black when it has the last name Jones. Like none. Not a single.
I'm saying Tommy Lee. I'm like, you could have fooled me. Be like, oh, that's a big old white man.
It's like
wait, what happened?
Truman Washington Jones.
I'm like, you know what? I can't with Scar.
Chet.
Fuck.
Chet Jones.
Like, Jones. Yeah, with that great value patois. That's what the fuck he doing.
Great value patois. I got you started.
Everything great value, but I'm sorry. So y'all, side note, there are some really good great value products. Okay, I know we're making jokes about it, but you know, for all intents and purposes, great value patois.
I live alone. I live alone, and I'm out here scrambling. I live with great value off up in here, but
hello.
So I'm in that white box life.
I'm just saying,
but
I'm like. You see it? You see it?
Like I can't. There's some things that you shouldn't have great value, like assassins. Like assassins, you can't handle great value assassins. Like that doesn't.
Or somebody, or a rapper doing patois. I mean, we said yes to Snow. We said, oh, fine. He only had one song. I think he's still alive. I don't know nor care. I mean, it's not a lot of white rappers I recognize. 3 of them are in the Beastie Boys. 1 of them is no longer here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was very rude, but not shade towards the Beastie Boys because fuck y'all.
We don't, are there any other white? I mean, okay. I can say I fuck with Search. I fuck with Search.
Okay.
I fuck with Search.
Okay.
And his wife is black, I believe.
Okay.
Also, and he got black kids. So even though he's Jewish, you know, and he still holds on to some of his Jewish values. He went to Hebrew school, and all that. I fuck with Search. I don't have anything against Eminem, other than the fact that he's just Eminem. Like,
he is supremely weird. It's kind of like, I feel like he was the one that everybody was literally waiting to say nigga. They were waiting for him. They were like, when's it going to happen? He's like, I'm not fucking stupid. Like, I am toxic and abusive, but I'm not fucking stupid, okay?
Yeah, but I did it in the past. But that doesn't count.
No.
I did it in the past.
It's like, look here. Bieber should have took a note out of Marshall's book. Because my God,
Bieber, I don't know very much about Bieber. I don't know, and I can't
count yourself lucky, darling.
I can't name you 2 Bieber songs. I can't name you 2 Bieber songs. I can name 2. I can name you a second song that like he's featured on, but I can't name you like 2 songs of his.
Wow, I can't even name a feature. So it's like. Well, I probably could if I thought
I'm the one song, ain't it? I'm the one that was on Khaled.
Oh, right. See, I forget about DJ Khaled because anybody on those songs are features. So it's like I don't even think about it. That's hilarious because I'm like, that's right. Those are all features because it's Khaled's album. Totally forgot. Sorry.
Yeah. So I can't name 2 Bieber songs, but like the thing about it is like. I think he's to the point to where he just has too many enablers, and he just finds himself in.
And he's got a whole wife now, so good luck, everybody.
And like he just gets into shit, and it's just like.
And his wife is a Baldwin, so good luck, everybody.
I'm sorry.
His wife is a Baldwin, and he has been famous since he was 14 years old. I think he's almost 30. I don't know how old that boy is.
That's almost as bad as if he married a Kennedy. He pull an Arnold
or a Hilton.
Okay, Hilton or any
except for Nikki Hilton. Nikki Hilton doesn't bother me too much. But I mean, Paris necessarily is like, but Kathy Hilton on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she is hilarious.
Paris Hilton had a sex tape where she had a man running through her back door, and it was almost like she was bored out of her mind, like she wanted to pull out her phone and start reading.
Can I tell you that I've never seen that sex tape? I don't think I ever have. I don't want to because I feel like it sounds boring.
It's so boring. She looks so bored, and this dude is in her back door, and she looks so bored. But
she always looks bored though. So I will tell you, on Beverly Hills, her mother explained why she's like, whenever you see her out, she's always like, it has to do with her, like she has an anxiety disorder, I believe. But it's like, that doesn't make, so you know what, this correlation has nothing to do with anal, so I will just keep it.
Yeah. I mean, she got issues.
She does. But it's like either it wasn't good dick. It's like, see, that's the thing. I've had dick that was extremely boring, and I'm like, I am so bored right now. I could really be reorganizing my sock drawer right now. I really need to clean out that junk drawer. This is when you know dick is bad. When you can actually think of like literally cleaning out a drawer that has been a junk drawer for 3.5 years, and you'd rather do that than have this guy fuck you.
See,
shit is bad.
As a guy, I've never had like something that was so bad that I'm like literally thinking of something else.
Right.
I'm just, like as a guy who understands consent, I know that nothing happens because of me. Mm-hmm. It happens because you want it to. So in general, if it's happening, I'm just happy to be there. So I'm never in a position to whereas I'm like really thinking about some other stuff. I'm just kind of happy to be there. Like, all right, cool, let's do this. So like,
thanks for the memories.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I'm never in that position to be that bored. I have been bored, and I'm just kind of like, dude, can you just let go, please, so this can be over? I've had those where I just kind of wanted it to be done. But I've never been so bored that I'm thinking about something else. I'm concentrating on arriving so that I can go.
Yeah. Again, I feel like I've said this whole episode. Count yourself lucky. It's like, if you've never, it's like, girl, it's the trailer park. The trail, not even the ghetto, the trailer park. Yeah. A very, very, very bad trailer park.
You know what? That's not 100% true. I had to distract myself from the taste once.
Okay, you know what? We're done. Okay, we're gonna stop the show. We're done. You do this on single serving, okay? You go there with single serving, with chef podcast, okay? Podcast chef. He's actually a real chef. Y'all should really look in consistently good, because I'm tired of looking at food that's in fucking Sacramento that I can't fucking eat because he's in fucking Sacramento. Okay.
He was like, "Yo, we gonna start shipping some food."
Thank you. I was like, "What we doing?"
I'm still waiting on
party all night. Where we going? What we doing? I'm tired of this. I hope he listened to this going, the fuck? How y'all talking about me? Because we ain't got our fuck. Where my wings at, dog? Where my ribs at, nigga? Where is my fucking mac and cheese?
But he's all he's gonna do is ask me about those cookies I was supposed to make for him too. So
see, this is what happens when I ain't cooked for him. He ain't gonna ask me that. He just gonna ask me about podcast shows. Okay, so we're gonna stop because I know he's like, I can hear the burning of his keyboard.
Is it? This must have been your longest episode in quite some time.
It really has been. So just know this is probably going to be chopped into 2 episodes because, well,
we've been sitting here for 3 hours.
We have been, y'all. Scar, before we go, we're not just going to cut it. Tell everybody how they can find you, your shows, plural, and also not buy up all my candles before I get to buy them.
Okay. So, you can find all of the podcasts where podcasts are given away for free. Scarcasm Live is my personal podcast, but if you're not a game player, I don't call myself a gamer, but if you're not a game player, it might not be entirely the show for you, but we do have some fun. Return to Oswald is the show about the great TV show Oz.
Amazing.
And I do that with Rashani. Rashani is my internet bestie, and I love him, even though I cannot say I love you to Rashani in that
Oh
manner.
damn.
Like I can't really say it. Like it's like something in me. It'd be like if I do, it'd be like I love you, nigga. Like you know what I mean? I can't just.
You got to thug it out. You can't just give
Yeah.
it the emotions. Okay,
Yeah.
you ain't unburdened. It's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm very. My therapist tell me this all the time, and I got one, and she's awesome. You should get one too if you have feelings that you don't like to use.
Please get a therapist.
Please get one. And what else? Single Serving podcast. All these Return to Oswald and Single Serving are both Rashani podcasts. So Rashani has stuff everywhere on all of his feeds. So you can find them on any of the Rashani feeds. And then I have a website for my show, geeksgoneraw.com, but I never use it anymore.
Okay.
Like, it just auto populates with the shows. So like if you really want to go to geeksgoneraw.com, but I'd rather you go ahead and just use it in your podcatcher and just listen.
Okay.
Because I ain't give a shit about that website in a very, very long time. I am on the Twitter at Scarfinger and on Instagram. Most of my Instagram is paintings and candle stuff. I do very little personal stuff. I probably should have separated that into its own Instagram, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy, and it's already integrated with the Facebook page. Okay. The Facebook page is the best place to reach me about like the painting stuff or the candle stuff, piece through colors, arts and crafts. And that's the best place to find me if you want to talk about that kind of stuff. On Twitter, I only check my mentions. I rarely go out into the wilds on Twitter.
I don't blame you.
It's extremely rare. If you can find me on Facebook, good luck. But I live on Facebook, and is just by my government name. But I live on Facebook. We're not telling y'all. Yeah, because I was not about to write that in there. Let's see what else. PTCAC handcrafted, piece of colors, arts and crafts, initials, handcrafted.com. And that's where you can buy mostly the candles and stuff like that. I need to put some art on there, but I moved and then my art is all in a storage space. So I need to get it out of there, take pictures so I can put it up on the website. And I'm a little too lazy for that. So, and I want to get to some more art, but the way my new place is set up, I ain't got the space that I had before.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna have to probably set up a camera and stuff like that. Basically, in my living room, I'm gonna have to move my coffee table out the way and have to set up in my living room because I don't have the big kitchen that I had before because that's where I shot all my previous videos.
Okay.
So it's gonna be things are coming. The YouTube page is where I post the videos when I make videos. Instagram, I post a lot of stuff to Instagram when I think about it because I don't always think about Instagram because I live on Facebook. Yeah, I think those are all of the things.
Okay.
I at some point I might actually bring the cookies back. And it's called, oh shit, I'm about to give up my name because my name is in the cookie page. Let's don't
talk about the cookies yet.
No, I might bring the cookies back because a lot of people are asking for it. And it's under my name, Mike Corbin's Culinary Creations.
I love how I said don't do it, and he
aka MC3. No, I'm gonna do it because if I bring if enough people ask, I'm gonna have to do it, and I'm gonna need that money. I got a light bill now. Like shit.
Now I got a light bill now.
I got a light bill now. I ain't had a light bill in like 12 years. So it's been a problem. So
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Scar. It's like, yeah, I can't wait because now I'm intrigued by these cookies that everybody's talking about now.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to the Facebook page, just the picture at the top that my ex-girlfriend took the picture. She's a amateur photographer, but she took the picture of those cookies, and those cookies look good. Like it, I mean, I'm like, damn, those are mine. But they look good.
Oh, they do look good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change some names because I had like a menu, right? And I was being funny, and like some of my cookies are named like all chips matter, where I do like
Oh boy.
three
Here
different
we
types
go.
of chocolate chips and white chips and stuff like that, and like dark chips matter, um and like so.
So I cannot wait. Let me just like this page right now. Okay. So I'm not gonna put his Facebook. I'm gonna put this cookie page in here for y'all because well.
Okay, yeah. So I'm probably gonna get back to that at some point. I know I need I know I need to make some, so I'm gonna have to make some for my nephew.
Oh, see that, y'all. But y'all, this has been the Mocha Minutes podcast. We have been here for a while, so this is going to be chopped and screwed in 2 episodes. I haven't done a 2-part episode in a little while. I'm very excited. I'm very intrigued.
With me around, this is easy.
It really is, because I'm like, I know probably where I'm going to cut it, but I'm going to listen at a midway point. I'm going to figure this out. Okay. So y'all, I will be back next week with fave of the show, my brother Steven. He will be back next week. He is my Father's Day person because my father's like, I'm not coming on there. And I don't blame him because, well, this ain't no, I will tell y'all, this is not everybody's thing. And don't try to make it everybody's thing because, yeah, it'll come out. It's like, you made him be on the show, didn't you? It sounds like
I did a Father's Day show. Was it Father's Day or was it an anniversary show with my daughter once a few years ago?
Oh,
she was honestly, she's
did
a
she
natural.
have fun?
I think she's a natural. She wants to do a podcast on her own, but she wants to do it about K-pop, and I don't give a shit about K-pop at all.
Oh, that'd be cute. She should do it.
She loves K-pop, and I don't understand it at all because I'm Black, and I live here.
So can I just tell you, there's a lot of Black people I know that like K-pop, and I'm like,
I don't understand it.
I was like, I've heard some of the BTS songs, and they're bippity boppity boop. Okay, so I can get it. It's just I feel like it's not an all English, and so
I can't get down with K-pop because I understand what all of this stuff was supposed to sound like when it was urban music in the late 90s and early 2000s. So
Shantae, please don't come after him. Shantae, please don't.
Okay? Oh, Shantae, no. Shantae, no, because I've been on single simulcast.
Oh, I know.
We've had these conversations. She doesn't agree, but me and Shantae don't agree on a whole lot anyway. So Lord, we good. We good.
Y'all, I'll be back next week.
I should come back next week. We should I
should come back next week.
I ain't trying to.
Star is a fool.
I ain't trying to step on nobody. But if you ever want me to come back, holler at your
next week.
If you ever want me to come back, holler at your boy.
Oh, good to know. There's a list of people that I'm like, yeah, y'all always welcome. You're on the list, so that's very exciting.
Word up.
All right, y'all. I will be back next week. Bye.